Across the board, across the board, across the board, all across the board.
It was across the board.
Hello, and welcome to the Across the Board podcast. I'm John. We'll also be joined by Colton and DeAndre, as well as Casey and Trayshawn later in the show. And this podcast is just like the name, all across the board. We'll be talking about sports, music, pop culture, professional wrestling. Some of us are more well-versed in certain topics than others, so you may get one of us more on certain topics, just depending on what they are. But this first podcast, we're going to be covering some Grammy predictions, Royal Rumble predictions, talking about professional wrestling in a way that even casual fans or just even people that haven't even really watched wrestling very much in a while can listen to and understand the product. And we'll also be talking about some sports, including the Cavs and who they should be trading for. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this podcast, and I hope that you guys join us on the ride for this awesome podcast. So welcome to Across the Board. So without further ado, let's start our first topic. Who should be winning the Grammy Awards?
I need the list first, you know.
So here's the list. What's the most important to us? Record of the year, song of the year, very different things.
Yeah. I think probably all the hip hop categories.
Right.
Yeah.
Record of the year is Redbone by Childish Gambino, Despacito by.
That's
That I mean
It's a classic track.
I think it's. I might be wrong here, and it would be great for our first podcast if I'm already wrong in the stat. 45 seconds in, but it's I know it's in the top 3 most viewed YouTube videos ever, but it might be number 1.
It's a classical song, bro.
Justin Biebs is the king of YouTube, bro. We're close to it. He has a lot of views on what was Baby at? Like,
I stopped paying
But it was
attention to
the
YouTube
most
after like
negative likes.
yeah,
I mean, not dislikes.
yeah, but that's because of old grumpy old men and like old grumpy dudes are just like, oh my god, look at this fucker making music off his little high pitched voice. That's the only reason why they disliked it.
Ed Sheeran's got one of the most popular videos, and I'm here for it. But the story of OJ is also in the nomination by Jay-Z.
I think that was a good song.
Humble by Kendrick, and 24K Magic by Bruno Mars. So out of that, who'd you guys pick?
I don't really care for either song.
Well,
Redbone.
Damn.
I don't really
Hot
listen.
take.
I don't really listen to Bruno Mars like that.
Right.
I mean, it was a good song, but you know.
I mean, I've probably heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
But
I somewhat like Bruno Mars. I hate that song.
Yeah,
Really?
I hate
like
that song.
Bruno before this album, actually.
Yeah,
really,
I agree with that.
I think I like Childish Gambino's song, obviously, which is good, but I mean, like, I think the story of OJ is just really important, because, like, it's coming from someone who's, like, really just big in hip-hop, and, like, he still feels like that.
I think Humble's probably one of my least favorite Kendrick songs, and that's not saying like that's
It's
a bad
bad,
song because
right.
like Kendrick just makes good music. But I think the story of OJ was like Jay showing that his blade is still sharp as fuck.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I would pick that for record of the year. I know record of the year and song of the year are different. I think song of the year is dedicating more of a songwriter, while record of the year is just all around best music, where it's produced, written, mastered, all of that. I might have that wrong again. We could have 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and I've already got 2 stats wrong. But for song of the year, Despacito 444 by Jay-Z. Issues by Julia Michaels. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what that is.
Is that the exercise chick? Julian Michaels? Is she making songs?
I genuinely don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's a really good song.
Is she? You know the song?
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
I would sing it, but I don't want it to be on the
Do you think it should win Song of the Year?
Wait, I didn't hear the other options.
All right, so the other option. Okay, so there was Despacito, 444, Issues, 1-800-273-8255.
I think that's gonna
Logic.
win.
Logic song.
Featuring Alicia Cara and Khaled. I mess with my dude Khaled. And That's What I Like by Bruno Mars.
Look at Bruno out here getting these Grammys.
Bruno's out here getting these Grammys. Also, this is the first ever year that a white male is not up for Record of the Year. or I believe Song of the Year as well.
About time.
And I'm here for that as well.
About
I'm here
time.
for that. I mean, we've had a lot of trash white males win, so we can just throw them away for a couple years. I would have been upset if Eminem would have been nominated for
Anything.
Yeah.
Wait, Despacito? Justin Bieber?
Yeah, but he's not like the guy of the song.
Oh, he's the feature?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
so
featured.
not-
So what were you going with
Record of the year.
record of the year?
You know, I honestly.
Oh, this is Song of the Year. Sorry.
Song of the year.
Yeah.
Probably Logic, just because
Logic.
just because like the message it was behind it, and that was just such a big issue this year. Because like I feel like depression and suicide awareness kind of got a little bit more serious this year.
Sure.
Wait, what are we talking about? Oh,
This
Logic?
is Song of the Year.
That's
Yeah.
not- I don't know. I don't listen to Logic, but I'm half sure that song is trash. So,
Damn.
You know.
Damn, he's going.
I just
hot
don't
take
like
on all
Logic.
of
But, you
this.
know, people be like, "This is the message." I don't give a fuck though. The song sucks though. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, I'm depressed. I know. Okay. I don't need your song to be undepressed. I still don't like it.
Logic did have a line in, I think it's To Welcome to Forever, that he said never had thoughts of suicide.
Yeah.
And now he had a suicide song. I'm not discrediting Logic for saying that he had suicide or anything, but I'm just saying that had to be a new thing to happen for his life. I'm going 444 because I think that Jay-Z should win every single fucking Grammy for this album. I love this album. It was my second favorite album of the year.
Yeah.
I mess with that album heavy. Best New Artist: Alicia Cara, Khaled, Lil Uzi Vert.
Wait, what was the second one?
Khaled?
DJ Khaled?
No,
No.
like Khaled.
Khaled.
the
I was
R&B
about to say,
singer.
they really put him in
The
Disrespect.
He made
Yeah.
American Teenager.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I think that's the album. Julia Michaels and SZA.
I mean, I don't consider SZA a new artist, but probably go
To most people, probably.
You're-
She's-
so
I'm not
you're-
gonna lie,
she's a
I'm
newer
gonna
artist.
have to go ahead and vote for Alicia Cara. I like that one song.
Really?
I like that one song. What was it? What's that song?
I don't know what you're
I
talking about.
forget how it goes.
I don't even know who she is.
I don't know.
She's on the song with Logic, but
Let me see. I have it on my phone.
I'm be honest. I can't name any of the songs of hers, but I remember she did a interview with Hot 97 like a year or two ago, and then I checked out her music. She was pretty good. She's a pretty good singer, but I would still give it to. I'm really in between Khaled and SZA. I think I'd probably go SZA just because she has more consistent body of work,
Yeah.
and I've only listened to one project by Khaled, but I really dug that project.
Yeah.
Um,
It was, yeah.
Song.
SZA.
okay, I know the song.
Yeah.
I
I'm cool
know the
on
song. Yep.
it. Yeah.
He said I'm cool on that.
Yeah, I mean, I just got SZA because like I never can relate to any kind of female artist ever. But
Really?
yeah, I just can't.
He
It's
relates to so many of them.
that's
You listen to Claro, bro? He had this song called Pretty Girl. It's a great song. I sing it all the time. I relate to it. I could be a pretty girl. I wear a skirt for
that's what I'm
you.
trying to say, bro. I just like her content on it. I felt like
You
all
gotta
the
get in
music was
touch with your
good.
feminine side, bro. Like me.
That's what I said. I fuck with this album.
I love Lauryn Hill's album.
I gotta listen. I like Lauryn Hill, but I just never really like dabbled into anything she did.
So do any of us feel confident enough to talk about the pop section, or should we just skip through that?
I do.
What's
You
in
feel
the pop
confident?
section?
All right. So I only have one thing about pop music, and that is to vote for Ed Sheeran every single fucking time. And I will continue to do that. But this is Best Pop Solo Performance: Love So Soft by Kelly Clarkson, Praying by Kesha, Million Reasons by Lady Gaga, What About Us by Pink, and Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. We obviously know what my vote is.
I've actually not heard any of those songs.
You haven't heard Shape of You.
I did. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay, there we go. We got 2 votes for that. Colton, would you like to be the deciding factor to make that
Let's
unanimous?
just do it unanimously.
That's right. That's the way to go. They got Best Pop Duo Group Performance: Something Just Like This by the Chainsmokers and Coldplay, Despacito. Despacito's probably going away with a couple of awards here. Thunder by Imagine Dragons, Feel It Still by Portugal The Man, and Stay by Zed and Alicia Cara.
Yep. Listen, car. For real.
We know what DeAndre is going with.
Yep.
DeAndre is on that Ed Sheeran. That's.
Yeah.
I got the Ed Sheeran. He's got Alicia Cara.
Portugal, man.
Do you know that song? Genuinely?
I don't.
I've never heard of it.
They're okay. They're not. They're
Oh, it's
different. Yeah, they're okay. They're not. I don't listen to pop music, but
Mhm.
if I had to listen to them, it'd be
Sure.
them.
I think Despacito's cool just because I mess with that song. Yeah, we're gonna skip through. Oh, okay. Best pop vocal album: Kaleidoscope EP by Coldplay, Lust for Life by Lana Del Rey, Evolve by Imagine Dragons, Rainbow by Kesha, Joanne by Lady Gaga, or Divide by Ed Sheeran. Obviously, we know my pick is.
What were the options again?
Coldplay's album, Lana Del Rey's.
Definitely not the Lana Del Rey album.
Damn, hot take.
That's all I know.
Imagine Dragons, Kesha, Lady Gaga, and Ed Sheeran.
Definitely, it's gonna have to be Ed Sheeran. Just
Yeah, probably.
too good.
I'm gonna be honest. Ed Sheeran's album was his best album so far.
Was it?
I loved his album.
Said, what was it?
All right. Do any of us feel confident enough in the rock section, or should we just pass that one right up? Because I do not feel confident enough.
I don't either.
I honestly don't listen to any new rock music
Either.
All I know is Leonard Cohen and Chris Cornell are both up for awards, and they both passed away. So
They're probably gonna win.
Yeah.
there's a good maybe the Foo Fighters are also up for it, and I've watched the Grammys every year for the last couple of years, and the Foo Fighters always win. So
You know what? I'm gonna say this unpopular opinion. Don't fuck with Foo Fighters.
really,
I like that one song.
You know what? I feel like I don't know.
are you gonna play the song now?
I mean, I can if you want.
I mean, like I just don't see. It's like they don't sound any different to me than I could listen to any other rock band.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like they're just big because of Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Grohl, yeah.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds like
terrible.
Nickelback.
Yeah,
that literally sounds
I
like
actually
Nickelback.
don't mind it. I'm not gonna get
Wow.
into that. Though.
Hot take.
Whoa,
Hot take.
you saying you don't?
I mean, I don't listen to that much rock music, so it's like I'm kind of like I don't. It's not. Like,
You're the
I have
casual
that
rock
many
fan?
stand-up. Yeah, I don't have that many stand. I don't have that many casual, bro.
I can't believe you like Nickelback.
I mean, it's not like I actively like them, but I don't actively dislike them.
Sure. I think Foo Fighters 1 year one metal album, which I think is funny. Best. Do we feel confident enough for the R&B section? I feel confident with the
Let's
R&B.
do it.
Yeah.
Best R&B performance. Get You by Daniel Caesar.
Oh.
Yeah. Distraction by Kalani.
Oh.
High by Lettucey. I don't know who that is. I might be pronouncing that wrong. That's What I Like by Bruno Mars. And The Weeknd by SZA.
Yep, Bruno Mars.
I gotta go
with Daniel Caesar.
I gotta go with Daniel Caesar too.
That guy is amazing.
Get You is great.
He's so good.
Best traditional R&B performance. Laugh and Move On by the Baylor Project. Redbone by Childish Gambino.
Yes.
What I'm Feeling by Anthony Hamilton featuring the Hamiltons. All the Way by Lettucey. And Still by Mali Music.
No, Redbone.
Redbone, obviously.
Yeah,
and I think that's going to take away a lot of awards. And Best R&B Song. First Began by P.J. Morton. Location by Khaled. Redbone by Childish Gambino. Supermodel by SZA. And That's What I Like by Bruno Mars.
Redbone.
I'm voting Redbone as well.
It's gonna be Redbone. I mean, I really like Supermodel by SZA because it's just like
I do like that.
it is so good. But I don't know. You think Donald Glover's gonna make music just under Donald Glover instead of Childish Gambino? Because like he
To
said,
be honest, I don't care either way.
I think Gambino can do whatever
I
he
didn't like
wants.
that last album.
I think he can do whatever he wants.
Would
He
you-
writes.
what do you think? Do you think he's gonna make more music?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Do you think
Everybody
how do
says
you think
they'll
it's gonna
stop
go,
making
though?
music, but they don't.
Well, I mean, he's about to be. He's being the voice of Simba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of big
Yeah,
stuff.
no, he's doing big stuff. Shout out to Don Clever. Best Urban Contemporary Album. Free Black by Black. What?
What does that even mean?
I don't exactly
Urban
know what
Contemporary
Urban
Album.
Contemporary Album is. I'm guessing it's R&B album.
Are you talking about Six Flag?
It's black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I'm asking. Because like, if you say black, I'm just like, who?
Why
the
would
fuck
you
is
call
that?
yourself? That sounds like six laxatives.
Six.
Six lax.
That's what it is.
What?
Bro, that's what I see every time I see his name.
I mean,
I
I
can't
would
help
just
it.
automatically assume it was supposed to be a B.
I mean, yeah, bro, but this is I use that. It's
So
This is our
anyways.
generation, Colton.
Anyways, the best urban contemporary album will be up with Free Black by Black, Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino,
No.
American Teen by Khaled, Control by SZA, and Starboy by The Weeknd.
Oh,
I don't really care for any of those albums, so I'm going to go with Starboy.
And I don't even
I'm not
care
going
for Starboy.
I'm not going Starboy. Hot take, I don't really care for The Weeknd.
Not
Not
this
anymore.
not this album. It was good music.
Every Weeknd song
musically.
that I like has Drake
I
on
liked it. It was very. I think it was sonically put together well. It was just I like listening to it. But it wasn't like House of Balloons or anything like that. Like
Yeah,
that's that
definitely.
shit I want. I want that.
Definitely,
Ooh, that like grimy like shit. Oh fuck, that's so good. But yeah,
I just like What I Live For by The Weeknd, but I just like it because of Drake's verse.
you know what? I want to go for SZA, man. It
You gonna go
was a
SZA?
good album. It was really good. I feel like it got a lot of buzz by a lot of people.
I kind of want to root for like one of the underdogs, like Black or Khaled, right here.
I feel like he might win it, Khaled, because like he did.
Yeah,
he was
Khaled
on,
or Khalid?
I think it was
Maybe it is Khalid.
I think it might be Khalid.
Yeah, and I
But
might be pronouncing
He
this
was
wrong.
on a lot of festivals this year, like
Yeah.
a lot. He toured
Yeah,
a
he got big.
lot. So it could be that.
I'm
I
still
don't-
going to go with Gambino, though.
Well, so
And this is just all of what we won. This isn't who's to say is going to win, because like Gambino's definitely winning this award, for sure. Then it's Best R&B Album, so I don't know how they separate the two. But
I think it's like because new R&B is so different from like traditional R&B. Because I remember they like a
That's
few
true.
years ago, they had like a traditional R&B album. They separated it from like Frank Ocean, The Weeknd, and Miguel because that was like updated R&B.
well, they have Best R&B Performance and then Best Traditional R&B Performance. Which
Yeah, I think traditional is like
Yeah.
like what you would expect from '90s R&B. And
yeah,
shit.
I guess more of like what Gambino's done.
Yeah.
And then Best R&B Album is Daniel Caesar's album, Lettuce's album, Bruno Mars, PJ Morton's, and Music Soul Child.
Didn't hear any of those.
my bad. Sorry.
Daniel Caesar's.
Yeah. Oh, Daniel Caesar's.
yeah,
Oh,
Daniel
Daniel
Caesar's
Caesar.
song. Yeah.
Daniel Caesar.
All right, so now we've finally gotten into, with almost 16 minutes in, something that we truly feel confident talking
Let's
about.
do it.
Best Rap Performance. Bounce Back by Big Sean. Bodak Yellow by Cardi B. 444 by Jay-Z. Humble by Kendrick. And Bad and Bougie by Migos.
I was going to say Cardi, but I have to go with Bad and Bougie.
Bad and bougie.
I'm going to go 444 because
Yeah, we know why.
Jay-Z fucking killed it.
Fuck.
I
That
know,
is the
right?
nastiest shit.
Right?
That is
It tastes like water.
not even.
Margaritaville. This is not a sponsor.
Ugh.
Or it is a sponsor.
I don't want that no more.
But if Margaritaville wants to sponsor us, I will gladly take the money and say that they're the best tequila. And I don't drink.
Ugh.
Best rap/sung performance. Problems by Black. Crew by Goldlink. Family Feud by Jay-Z. Loyalty by Kendrick. And Love Galore by SZA.
Is that the one with Travis
I'm
Scott?
gonna have to go with Low
Yeah.
Galore. Again, I don't
Galore.
like many of those songs.
It's
I kind of love Loyalty.
Loyal.
I like Rihanna's
I did
part.
too. Yeah, because
Rihanna killed it. Yeah. But I'm still gonna go Family Feud, Jay-Z and Beyonce. The song was great. The album was great.
The other ones.
I co-signed that album. Problems by Black, Crew by Goldlink, which is a terrific song.
Yeah, it is.
Family
Actually,
Feud.
I changed it to Crew.
Yeah. It's got a great hook to it.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing about that is, that album does not sound like that song.
That's true.
Cause Gold Link isn't that good.
He really isn't.
Whoa, I disagree with all of that.
I don't. I feel like.
You know, I got another hot take for you. Glizzy is the best part of that song.
I also disagree with that.
Yeah,
fucking love that
Gold
verse.
Link. If it wasn't for Gold Link and that hook,
Bro, how can you not love that verse?
Family Feud's the
You live in
best.
the hill.
Hot
Is that
take,
just the
Track
way
List is
I
garbage.
sleep?
So I'll restart that. Best rap album: 444 Jay-Z, Damn Kendrick, Culture by Migos, Lalia's Wisdom,
What?
Rhapsody.
Oh.
I listened to Rhapsody's album. It was very good.
I've heard of her.
is that a woman?
Yeah. And Flower by Tyler, the Creator.
You know what? I don't really care for none of those albums, so
DeAndre doesn't care about the Grammys.
DeAndre
I
does
don't.
not care about the Grammys.
I don't. I haven't watched the Grammys in years.
I've never watched the Grammys.
It's not about
I think the last time I watched the Grammys was when Drake and Nas were both nominated. So I was like, I have to. And then they weren't even on TV, so I was like, this is a waste of time.
That's what they do. That's
Exactly.
what the Grammys does. They'll get you hyped about all the hip hop categories, but they won't air them.
Exactly. That's why I stopped watching.
Like,
fuck
why aren't you?
guys?
Why aren't you? Like, that's such. Like, hip hop is literally more popular than rock and roll now.
It's very true.
So
It's the
yeah.
number one
genre right now.
genre.
I'm not sure. I love the Grammys. We should like do our own album of the year. What do you guys think about it?
I think that's a great idea.
But let's do this first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As much, I'm gonna go with Kendrick's album, just because as much you could play it forward and backwards, and it's a different story forward and backwards. I feel like, regardless of how people will like,
I don't agree with that. I think it's a boring story, regardless of what.
Damn.
I mean, you can think about it.
Hot take DeAndre.
You can think anything.
We're already
I don't
printing
care.
the
That shit was. I liked it. I liked what he had to say on it, and it was just good.
I do like the album. I don't think that Kendrick has made that music. However, I do think that Section 80 is still my favorite album from Kendrick. Because I got the most of. The only thing I don't think I get from Kendrick is, and it's not anything against him, is that he doesn't use social media much. So you really don't get to learn about Kendrick as a person. And some people prefer that and some people don't, but I don't prefer that. I like knowing about the person's story, and I like knowing a lot about their life. Good Kid, Mad City was like a story of a day in Kendrick's life, but I think Section 80 just kind of let you know more of his views, let him know just more of Kendrick himself, and I haven't got that yet from Kendrick again, even though I don't think he makes bad music. I think all his albums are still great. Damn is probably my least favorite album from him, though.
I agree with that. That's my thing with the album. It's like, I feel like it was probably his weakest album to me.
Yeah.
It was like, I felt like it didn't really deserve all the hype it got. I feel like a lot of, honestly, this is my opinion. I feel like a lot of people, specifically a lot of white people, hopped on that album because To Pimp a Butterfly made them uncomfortable. Because I sat there and watched it, and then I saw people hop on the album. I'm like, but just an album ago, you were acting like, I'm not real kind of iffy on this because, and it wasn't because of the music. People were like, oh, this, that, and the third, giving reasons for why they don't like it. But I'm like, I mean, 1,000 people have made an album like this. It sounds like this, but now you have a problem with it because of the subject matter.
I don't like
agree.
How to Pimp a Butterfly just because I just don't like that type of style of hip hop.
I can agree with that.
I
love
love
the message though, because like it was a good album, but just the funk aspect of it, I felt like.
Yeah, I think funk is a thing that, like, for a lot of people, funk is a thing that you really have to get into.
Yeah,
like, I grew up on funk, so it was easy.
It's not like I don't like funk. It's just that as a rap album, I don't want a funk rap album.
So can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Who did you choose to win the R&B Grammy?
Huh?
Who did you choose to win the R&B?
He didn't pick Gambino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You picked SZA?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I picked Gambino.
I also don't like Gambino's album at all.
That's insane. You did pick Redbone to win a song.
Because it's good.
Yeah.
He has a couple good songs on it, but as a whole,
I like
That whole
rap.
album is conceptually good.
I'll tell you one thing, though.
regardless if you say it's about his son being born, I don't.
It
give a
literally
fuck.
is.
That's what I heard, too.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
how
think
I
it's
feel
great
about
music.
everything, though. Because people be like, oh, it's about this, that, and the third. Hey, look. I don't give a fuck. Even when I have a kid, I won't give a fuck. Like, I like the music.
And you know what? That's for me. I enjoyed listening to Damn more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Good Kid, Mad City. I think it's still one of my favorite albums because I listened to that before I listened to Section 80.
Wild.
Why? I don't know.
No, I said wild.
Oh, wild. I thought you said why. I don't know. But
You
I
weren't
just-
on the Kendrick tip till Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
So
you know what? I will never forget the day that album dropped. Walked into school, saw John. We're like, did you listen to it? Yeah.
Yeah.
bro, so why is it that you attached? Why listening to that album first doesn't make it better than Section 80 though?
Because that's what I was
Good question.
introduced to. That's how I was introduced to Kendrick. And
Wait, what
that's,
were we talking about?
But the Machine Gun Kelly you were introduced to, you didn't like.
By the way, big Machine Gun
didn't.
Kelly fans.
I didn't.
All of us.
Wait, what?
Even DeAndre.
No. I'm outnumbered, but no.
We'll get to this. But
So, like, have you listened to Section 80? Like,
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I just like Good Kid, Mad City. It's just like I just like all the songs on there. It's just how it flows and like I don't know. It's gonna sound really gay, but you know, like swimming pools, like the extended version or whatever like that. I don't know, but that like this shit was just so good. Then
Swimming Pools was one of the best like last couple years, just like very popular songs.
yeah, Don't
Yeah,
Kill My
like one of the
Vibe
pop songs
remix
that
with
actually
Jay
had a
Z. Jay Z's, oh my god, that was just like I just Don't Kill My Vibe. It was like a remix.
Oh,
or
Big Slow
something.
Come Up.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the remix with Jay.
Yeah, it was.
there's
so
also
good.
a remix with Lady Gaga.
So what are you? Oh yeah, I thought was that ever officially released? I thought it was like a leak.
Lady
I don't
Gaga
know.
was the
Yeah, I
the
remember that. I
original
think like the
chorus
song
singer.
version we got was like a leak though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys want to do like what's your favorite personal album of the year?
Personal album.
I mean,
Oh
were
my
you saying
God.
Damn?
Not Damn,
Was
it was
your
personal
favorite?
album, but it was like if that wins a Grammy, I'll be happy. But if Migos win a Grammy, I'll be even happier.
That's what I was actually gonna ask.
If the Migos won a Grammy on that shit, bro, I would be so happy.
That's what they might.
Could be a plot, like it could be like a big, because you know Jay-Z's had his moment with a
Right.
Jay-Z's won Grammys, right?
I think so.
Jay-Z's won like 12 Grammys.
We don't watch it.
Like, has he ever won album of the year?
I'm sure he's won album of the year.
Because I feel like
I feel like the Black Album won.
the thing with Jay-Z is like, no, because I think didn't College Dropout come out that same year?
Oh my God, that'd be such a great year if it did.
The thing with Jay-Z is like he's
that
like that huge artist that like every time he drops like a huge ass album, there's always somebody bigger that comes through and drops something just as big. Like when he was at his peak, it was Eminem, and then before that, there was DMX.
Because Jay-Z and Kendrick dropped their albums on the same day, didn't they?
Yeah, I think
This
so.
is such a weird tour, guys. Listen to this. I know this is kind of off topic, but
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy with Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm here for it.
You know, speaking of
Listen.
Fall Out Boy, I don't know what's going on, but I've been listening to a lot of old Fall Out Boy, and I'm relating to it more than I was in middle school, and I feel like that's a problem. I feel like that's a problem.
It could be, but listen, I listened to Blink-182 a lot more after high school. I can relate to it a lot more. It's just because like sometimes you have to go through a period of life and understand, like,
Damn,
get that understanding.
That motherfucker's been drinking.
Bro, that shit tastes fucking nasty.
I love old Fall Out Boy.
And this dude
That's
can
great.
drink it?
I do.
Well, DeAndre is
What?
I've been drinking a while.
thug, savage.
I also just want to state that Jay-Z's been nominated for 74 Grammys,
How many has he won?
and he's
though?
won 21.
That's about as many like Donald Trump lawsuits and
I feel like that's one of those things though. You can't be mad because he still won 21 Grammys.
That is
Right.
true. Like,
21
I feel like
Grammys
anybody
is a
who
lot.
gets one Grammy is satisfied.
One Grammy is crazy, bro.
one Grammy means you've won
But
a Grammy.
also think about it like this though.
He's winning like Russell Westbrook's like field goal percentage
You won a Grammy, bro.
of Grammys.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're thinking about it, do you really want to win a Grammy? Like, is that think nothing?
Of course you want to win.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to make music, but I don't really care about.
No,
Grammys.
no,
Is
it's
a Grammy what you're looking for?
But
It would be nice.
if you make music without conforming to like whatever the popular music is, and you're very proud of the album, why not win it?
If you
Yeah, that
can-
is true. Like, I feel like
if
I would
you
want to
can.
make an album that a lot of people hear, but I wouldn't
Right.
necessarily care about the Grammys. But like the fact, because of the Grammys, they most of the time when they nominate is like the most popular albums that are out there. I would take pride to be able to get on there while still maintaining my artistic integrity and making good ass albums.
Yeah.
You know? Like if like somebody makes a good ass album and it gets nominated, like I'm more inclined to like support it because I'm like, wow, it deserves it.
I still supported Lube's album, even though
Tattoo on
Lasers was not one of my favorites, but it was nominated for a Grammy a couple
Oh yeah, I
years
did
ago.
too. I
And
definitely did.
I'm here for Lupe to win anything.
Yeah, I gotta look at album personal favorite.
So,
album
yeah,
this year.
personal favorite album.
I was tempted to say X's album. Not even gonna lie to you.
Really, I
love that.
liked it.
I fucking love that album, bro. But I think Uzi might edge him out. Like
What?
that album has not gotten old to me. Love is Rage too.
Love is Rage 2.
Did you see that? John was like, "Oh, really?" Then he said, "He's like
Love is Rage 2.
the emotions."
Listen to it once, full way. I got a real Owl City vibe from it,
Oh god.
and I was just not a fan. I'm still going Bloom, Machine Gun Kelly.
I feel that.
That's your
But
favorite.
I will say it's probably one of the closest times because I think J 444. If anyone were to say 444 is better album, like I'm still probably going to argue with it, but
Actually,
I'm not really have much of an
I
argument.
don't even think I had like that certified like album of the year. I love More Life too. I really love that album, bro.
It's a project.
I love
Or playlist.
It was a playlist.
That's right. That's right. Drake made
I
sure
love
to
all
say
those
that it was a
features, bro. I don't
playlist.
care what nobody says. I was
Casey
listening
over
to
here has
that,
never listened to Take Care.
I was listening to that Gig song earlier. I fucking love that shit. Bro.
I mean, honestly,
Da-da-da-da-da. I
I
think I messed it
it's
up.
so hard to pick a lot of albums because like a lot of good shit dropped this year. Like I definitely fucked with a lot of the collab albums that dropped this year. I fucked with Dirks and T Grizzlies. I fucked
All right,
with,
is that in your top 5?
Dirk and T Grizzly
No.
came out there.
It's
Oh
good,
yeah,
bro.
Freddie Gibbs' EP was really great too.
That was
It was
Freddie
really
Gibbs
good.
EP was
That's
very
what I'm
good.
saying. Dude, there's so much.
Yeah, but
What did I
like just
play?
pick one. It's not that hard.
Oh wait, and
You
I
have
might
it.
have changed it again.
Uh oh.
Beautiful Thug Girls, bro.
Beautiful Thugger Girls, bro. I fucking love that album. That's an amazing album, bro.
Yeah. Jay just drops 444, and
You know what?
And then you're gonna go with
Honestly,
Young Thugs. It's
Yeah,
fun.
you
It's
goddamn
fun.
right.
It's fun. It's fun. It's
Okay.
cool.
I love that shit.
It's cool.
So I have a
444
question.
is
You
an
guys,
absolute classic,
you guys know who
whatever.
Sampha is or Sampha?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Samsung.
What was it? Process?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Process.
That
Yeah.
shit didn't get nominated for fucking shit,
That's
dude.
true. That's true.
How is this guy not blowing up?
That's true.
How is he not blowing up,
Hey,
bro?
what's like BJ the Chicago Kid?
Yeah.
BJ the Chicago Kid should be nominated for like
great,
50
but he's, like,
Grammys,
just never gonna blow
and
up.
nobody knows who he
It's
is.
just not gonna happen.
It's I don't know what it is because he's been on multiple Drake songs, bro. Multiple.
Yeah.
And like, people will usually blow up after they get on a Drake song, but this guy hasn't for some reason.
Sampha is the one that was on Too Much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Sampha's never been on like a big hit though.
Yeah,
Too
that
Much
is
was
true,
pretty
but
big.
still, I mean,
Too Much
on
is
a
probably the
Drake
biggest
album,
thing that he's ever been on.
Yeah.
I still
Such a
figured.
good, such a good
You
song.
know, I'm kind of mad that I actually haven't listened to Crit's album, and I heard it was like his
Bro, you
best
haven't
album
listened to
yet.
Crit's album?
I heard it was like his best album yet, and I just can't.
No,
No,
it's
not,
not.
best
It's
album
not.
yet, but
I mean, like out of his albums.
Well, out of
Not
his
not
albums,
mixtapes.
out of his albums, it's his best album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of his
I really
mixtapes,
liked
it was a genuine album. It was really
Yeah,
good.
it was.
I've been waiting on it for so long. It was like I just got tired of waiting.
It's a double album. It's like 22 songs, and usually I hate when an artist makes more than like
Yeah, me
12 to
too.
14 songs on their album because it usually is just too much content.
Yeah.
But his wasn't, and he did a really, really good way of organizing the album.
Why aren't we talking about this though?
I got another album actually.
ASAP Ferg's album.
King Cruel's album.
Who?
What was it? What was his album? You guys listen to King Cruel?
Mm-mm.
King
Don't
Cruel
know.
is fucking
The
great,
dude from
bro.
Donkey Kong, bro.
No, wait. I don't play Donkey Kong, so I don't know. He's like, he's like a British guy. He makes like trip hop.
Trip hop?
What is trip
Great,
What is
bro.
trip hop?
Like I don't even know, but
Is
that's
that
what
like some
Wikipedia
mob
told
songs
me.
stuff?
That's what Wikipedia told me, bro. I mean, I played the, I'll play the song.
I still like ASAP Ferg's album. I think it was.
To
Really
be honest,
good.
I haven't listened to Ferg's album.
It was
Me either,
really
bro.
good.
Like if I don't hear like
It was pretty good.
when it comes to Ferg, if I don't hear that it's like Trap Lord level, I don't even listen. Because after
I
Ferg
it's better
Forever,
than
I was
Trap-
like,
it's
definitely
probably
better than Trap
Ferg's
Lord.
best album. Like,
It definitely is.
you know why? He has
I'm not
two
gonna lie,
features
bro.
of famous
Trap
decks,
Lord was a classic.
and he makes famous
Trap Lord
decks.
was
Why
great.
does Famous Dex
Lord
go
was
crazy?
And he has Rich the Kid on there. He makes everybody on his album somehow look good.
Oh my god.
Flow is impeccable. I'm not even gonna lie.
Then
I love
fucking-
Ferg, bro.
Preview.
This is the kind of shit that I just listen to, bro. I'm like cutting the grass and shit.
So this is cutting grass music.
Yeah, I was just cutting the grass like in the
I
summer.
can
was
hear
like,
the lawnmower though right now if I listen to it.
I listen to podcasts where I cut the grass.
That's not a bad idea.
Me too. Listen to Solid Monster when I'm cutting the grass.
You listen to who?
Solid Monster, wrestler podcast.
Yeah. I know you're talking about. I follow him. His first name Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listen to Sam Roberts, Cheap Heat.
He sounds like the British Suicide Boys.
He is British. What's going on, Trey?
Oh snap! Going for it. Casey always taking.
He's what? Who knows? I'm about to come down and hit him in a second.
You guys,
What are we talking
none of you
about?
guys listen to Lucky though. At
Lucky
all.
who?
I've listened to a few songs.
Lucky X.
I've heard of him.
I like him. I
I've
feel like
listened to a few songs.
he's really. I feel like he is definitely like. He's very lyrical for a
For like
unquote mumble rapper.
right.
You know what, bro? That X album's fucking great. So I'm surprised.
That
you
X
listened
album
to it.
was
Like,
great.
That had, look, I listened to that album and he said the realest shit ever. He was like, "I'm gonna go outside and get stuck in traffic." I was like, "Wow, I feel that, bro. I feel it. I don't want to go outside and get stuck in traffic. I don't want to."
No,
Yeah,
X album was really good. I wasn't a huge fan of X before
me
that
either.
album, and that album definitely changed my perspective on him.
Bro, Trippie Red dropped.
Trippie Red.
Oh,
Trippie
yeah.
Red.
He dropped a lot of good
He dropped
shit.
2
I like that. I
mixtapes.
like his tape. I don't know.
Also, how do we feel about Brockhampton?
I've listened to a lot of them.
I mess with Brockhampton.
So see, I asked DeAndre about Brockhampton. He said if you like old
Yeah,
Tyler,
you like Tyler, you should like him.
yeah, or
Right.
Tyler. But,
It's a little different than Not Future.
okay, you know what, I'm not gonna lie. The sucking dick line kind of caught me offline. I was
He's
just
gay
like,
though, isn't he? So
Yeah. Kevin
Kevin
Abstract, yeah.
is gay as
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh,
But
And he's
Kevin,
great.
I've heard Kevin
And he's great.
Abstract.
Yeah, Kevin Abstract's great.
and it's not like I don't fuck with any gay artists or anything like that. But when you have a sucking dick line, I'm like catch you off guard a little bit, and you're just like,
I gotta get used to it, bro. Like I told you, I was listening to Phone
We're getting
Book
to that
the other
time.
day, and then they were like, What the fuck did they say? Some suspect shit. It was like, oh.
Ugly God does it as a joke, and people think it's cool.
I don't like Ugly God.
I don't like Ugly God either.
I'm just letting you guys know.
But also, Biggie had that line's like, "You're so fine, suck your daddy's dick."
Yeah, he did have that. He did have that.
That was the
rated
90s,
high.
bro. It was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Sucking dick for rock.
Was that on
Kid, bro.
Was that on me?
He wasn't sucking dick
He
for
was
rock.
sucking
He was
dick
sucking
for
dick for
love.
his chick.
He was sucking dick for love, bro.
I ain't sucking dick for
He
nobody.
said, "Baby, I swear to God,
You
I'll
wouldn't
suck
suck
that
dick
dick."
for Laura?
No, I ain't sucking dick for nobody.
Even your mom?
Bro, call her right now and see how she
Depends.
feels about that.
How does it depend? What if your mom's life is at risk and you have to suck any dick?
Bro, my cousin posted on Facebook the other day. I'm like, bro, it's too early for this. My answer is no.
I don't want to answer.
I love my mom, but look, bro.
I love my mom, but look.
I'm not going down like that. Sorry.
I'm not going down like that.
I feel like she wouldn't tell me to either. She'd be like, nah, you good.
All right, so the last thing that I'll ask about music, since we're done with this Grammy situation, I know that DeAndre knows a little bit about the situation because I read it from his Twitter.
What's up?
I don't know if Colton knows much about the situation. Is Kendrick biting from Lupe?
I don't think he's biting Lupe. My thing is like,
I
think
A lot of people understate the influence that Kendrick has from Lupe. Because I remember as soon as Kendrick came out, I like saw Lupe in him.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is that people like big up Kendrick and disrespect Lupe. That's like bigging up Lupe and disrespecting Nas. Like,
Right.
You can't disrespect who came before them.
Exactly.
Because you know that they looked up to them. They're not going to be cool with that. Like, what?
You can't big up Cudi and then disrespect Kanye,
Exactly.
yeah, it's I don't know. I just feel like
or vice versa.
yeah, I feel it's the same way. I just feel like you're saying like you can be influenced by somebody. That's like, you know what, that really bugged me because like Taylor Swift did this whole shit. Like she won't put her shit on Spotify.
No one likes Taylor Swift.
I know, but
That's
like,
true.
but you know why? Because she's a bitch and she won't let people sample any of her shit.
I mean, I didn't like her before.
Like-
KRS-One said rap over any of my beats, they're all free.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Shout outs to KRS-One.
why can't you be inspired? Like, you can't be inspired by shit.
I get it, but I also understand Lupe's perspective.
I think she does that because I don't know anybody in this world who would want to sample the Taylor Swift song.
that is true. Why would you?
I mean, like,
And where does Spotify stop somebody from downloading like an MP3 and like
That's
YouTube
their
to
rights.
MP3 is like
Bro, you can't stop me.
you
regardless.
can't stop me. I'll sample that shit, Swift. I swear to God.
I
put it on a mixtape, you can't
I
do
don't
anything
know,
about
bro.
it.
YouTube to MP3.com,
She
we
can sue the
could be
shit
your
out of you.
sponsor.
I mean, if like you put it on a mixtape and you don't profit off of it, she can't really do anything.
She can sue the shit out of you.
Yeah,
Can she? I mean, if you don't profit
If
off of
it
it.
so say like you took one of her like biggest hits, sampled it.
Yeah, but if I don't profit off of it, if I just
You
like,
still will get
put
sued
it
because
on
it has
YouTube.
copyright infringement.
Really?
You're exploiting her music to make yourself a better.
Yeah,
music.
YouTubers get demonetized for it all the time.
It's not you'll get
Put it on
demonetized.
SoundCloud.
It's not put on SoundCloud, it's free.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think Lupe, he just deserves a little bit of credit, and Kendrick can just come out and give him a little bit of credit
That is
for the
true.
influence.
Like, people really understate his influence.
Because Lupe, when we're really talking about it, Lupe might be top 5 all time.
Yeah, because I remember when like Drake had that line, he was like, "I can't believe that nigga blew up after Lupe."
Lupe,
And like
yeah.
people were so surprised that like all of these guys are influenced by Lupe.
Yeah. All right, so
Wait, hold on. Did everyone say their personal album of the year?
yeah, I said Blue.
I just gave
You
a
never
bunch
did.
of them.
Huh?
You never.
I
Yeah,
never
you had
did.
like 20 that you picked from.
Mine's definitely going to be both of Trippie Redd's mixtapes, just
really?
because. Yeah,
Did
just,
they both drop this year? Last
they-
year?
I think so. I want to say they did.
Yeah.
And I feel like though I can pick 2 because they're mixtapes and they're not albums. And I feel like he's an Ohio dude and like he's literally making it. He's making his own sound, and that's what a lot of Ohio rappers can't do.
That's true.
If we're picking 2, I'm
There's
picking
way for me to vote.
Jay
so I
gets
got
my
you.
second one. And there we go. So next we're gonna go into some sports talk. So
Can it be wrestling sport?
it will be wrestling
Eventually.
Let's do it.
eventually.
Wow.
Let's talk real quick about the Cavs'
hit that
recent
Black
struggles.
Hell
We're all
I didn't-
Cavs
I
fans
didn't-
here,
I was just seeing.
and what's going on with the Cavs? Are we worried?
Hell yeah, you're worried.
It's not even All-Star.
I'm
break.
worried.
It's not
I'm
All-Star
about to
break.
be worried.
I'm not. I'm
So-
waiting until the trade deadline. If we don't trade nobody, okay.
The
What?
trade deadline's around the corner.
Yeah, I
isn't it?
know, but that's still like that's what I'm worried about the trade deadline.
Would you get Boogie? Would you trade the pick for Boogie?
I want DeAndre Jordan.
You
Why?
want DeAndre Jordan over Boogie?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
You know why? Listen.
We're looking for a replacement on our podcast.
Listen, bro.
Anyone that thinks that Boogie is better than DeAndre
I'm not
Jordan.
saying, bro, just because you have good players does not mean that they will work well together. We already know what kind of personality DeMarcus Cousins has.
Yeah.
Boogie will punch a guy in the face and also hit threes. I need that guy on my team.
Yeah, I know, but is he going to? He's not going to listen to LeBron. You know who's going to listen to LeBron?
Everybody going to listen to LeBron because they can want
I don't
that ring.
think so.
You think LeBron and DeMarcus Cousins are going to butt heads?
I feel like they could.
LeBron and DeMarcus Cousins would be the greatest. And then you got little IT.
I'm telling you, DeAndre Jordan.
It's over.
Not everybody's Kyrie Irving.
I'd rather
There are
have
people
DeAndre
out there who
Don't talk
died to
about Kyrie
play
right now. It still hurts.
with LeBron James.
I-
If DeMarcus
I don't
Cousins was
think-
like, yeah, can I go to Cleveland? He'd be there.
I don't know though. I feel like maybe he wants to stay in New Orleans because he
Why?
has Anthony Davis, bro. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
yeah, that's understandable, but
Anthony
I'm telling
Davis is
you,
gonna
I'm
be
telling
around.
you, two big men cannot run a whole squad to.
I beg to differ.
I don't think that they're championship material.
Chris Paul and
Not-
Blake
not
Griffin
right
couldn't
now.
do it.
Yeah, because Blake Griffin's ass.
Wait,
Blake
what?
Griffin's ass, bro.
Yeah,
But
but
Chris
they had
Paul's
DeAndre.
not a big guy.
What?
Yeah,
Paul's not
I was
a
like,
big
what are you
guy.
talking about?
But I'm still saying, like, you got to think about it. If DeAndre Jordan is going to lead the Clippers,
Oh shit, where you want me?
the Clippers, right here, to the playoffs, and you think Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins are going to be able to take the Pelicans all the way, I don't see it happening.
Clippers aren't going out in the first round for sure.
Yeah.
And I love Point Blank. I'm here for Point Blank and everything, but it's just not happening. And I think that if you don't pick Boogie over, Boogie's a starter in the All-Star game that just got announced, and DeAndre Jordan probably won't make the All-Star.
It's chemistry for me, dog. I just don't
So,
think
okay,
that's going to work.
So what makes you think DeAndre Jordan?
Because DeAndre Jordan's not an elite player, just like DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus
So
Cousins is
what
going to
the
be.
So what? You want a taller Tristan Thompson out in the court?
Whoa! You're really going to compare DeAndre Jordan and Tristan Thompson?
They both can rebound like a
you-
motherfucker.
Nah, Tristan Thompson's a soft ass bitch.
Tristan Thompson can still rebound.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you though. But nah, bro. I don't think you watch basketball if you're really going to say that Tristan Thompson and DeAndre Jordan are on the same skill level.
Well, are you saying DeAndre Jordan and Boogie are on the same skill level?
I say no. I definitely like
So
DeMarcus Cousins, B plus.
Boogie's up for MVP.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Give me MVPs. The Warriors have shown. Give them MVPs. Give them great players. They're gonna win championships.
Do I want DeMarcus Cousins and in Cleveland and him working with LeBron James? Yes, I do. Because
But why did you pick DeAndre Jordan?
But you
because
picked DeAndre Jordan.
because that's more realistic.
How
You have
long
to be
until we
realistic
talk
with
wrestling?
trades. You
How
think-
is that
what are
not
you-
a realistic
what are you talking
trade?
They're not going to do that.
Why not? If you throw in first pick with the Nets, Tristan Thompson, Amon Shumpert, maybe expiring Channing Frye contract.
man, don't talk about that.
I don't
I
want
love
the,
Channing
I don't want Channing to go because I need road tripping still to go. But shout outs to road tripping. But I think if Boogie wants to go,
If he wants to come to Cleveland, I want him here.
well, if he wants to go, if he wants out of New Orleans, then why wouldn't he want to go to Cleveland?
I don't know. I don't know what.
Why would you not want to go?
I
Like,
don't know
the
his.
best move except for maybe Golden State or Boston because Boston's got the future.
There's
Maybe
a
maybe
lot
Houston.
of teams. Like you could go to the Rockets right now and try.
Yeah, Houston.
There's a lot of teams.
I don't even think San Antonio's a better destination right now than Cleveland. I mean, maybe
Everyone's
even
hurt
Pop.
there. Everyone's hurt. Pop's gonna retire soon.
Yo, don't ever say that. Pop's a god.
He's gonna retire.
Popovich-
I love that guy. But
Popovich is a god. Pretty much what I'm asking: are you worried about the Cavs right now?
no
Or do we
mid-season woes.
Do
It's
we-
only a couple games.
go out into first place at the end of the season? Are we
I
first
don't.
seed?
I feel like we don't need to worry about that. I feel like we just gotta worry about getting good basketball flow. Like you see that pass, bro, that LeBron had to Wade. You see Wade's face, bro. That shit was great. He was like, "Ooh."
The no look
So-
pass.
So, but do you think? So, even if you think the Cavs are going to make it all the way, do you think they're even?
Nah,
Do you think you're worried about facing Golden State?
I'll say this: I don't think the Cavs are the best team in the NBA.
No, we're not.
So, are you worried about facing Golden State?
No.
I'm always worried about Golden State.
Look at me,
Why are you not worried about Golden
Steph
State?
Curry.
The team that just beat
Klay
Cleveland the other
Thompson.
night?
LeBron James.
Draymond
Regular
Green.
season, bro.
Kevin
Regular
Durant.
Regular season doesn't
How do
mean
you
anything.
you win games in the regular season to get to
Good
the
job.
playoffs?
Okay, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
I'm
It
not
literally means everything.
It doesn't.
It doesn't mean everything.
It kind of does.
Okay, I have a
Regular
question.
season doesn't mean
I have a
everything.
question.
LeBron's shown that.
First seed, you lose.
I'm
First seed.
not asking about the
First-
seed.
Oh, okay, so regular season matters, but playoffs don't matter. What if you're a first seed and you lose out first round? What's that? What's the whole? It doesn't matter.
I'm not
It's
saying
playoffs.
playoffs don't
This is
matter. I'm
podcast
not
gold.
I am not saying that seeds don't matter. I'm saying if you're saying losing to a team that you know you're going to have to face and you don't even think you can beat them in the regular season, what makes you think that you're going to beat them in the
It's
playoffs?
a different atmosphere.
It's not.
It literally.
You
Casey,
should. If you don't, you think LeBron James walks into that game just like, yeah, this is regular season. I'm not worried about beating Golden State tonight.
I don't think there's an importance of that game.
It's
like it
so
would-
important.
It's not.
It is literally
It's
one of-
literally not at all.
Max
Not at all.
Kellerman put up a good point that I want to state about it, and that he said that the Cavs should just absolutely not try against Golden State the other day, just to not show them an upper hand on what they have. Just make IT trash. Just do not try. So that you're not giving out anything. I don't think that's the way they go. I don't
So
think
I have a
LeBron's
question.
going
If we
into a
lose,
game like that.
if we lost to the Magic, are we worried about that game we lost to the Magic?
You
When
should
we're in
be.
the playoffs.
You should be.
In the playoffs, when we're in the playoffs, the Magic aren't.
I'm a little worried about that
You
because
should still be worried about
we
it.
just came off like our 8th loss out of 10 games, so I'm a little worried about that. As long as we're winning 5 out of 5.
If you're the Cleveland
8 out-
Cavaliers, you should not be losing the Magic.
If we're the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have LeBron James, and that's. I think if we have to make a roster move that's going to make our starting lineup better, and that means dishing Tristan Thompson and dishing that pick.
I'm for trading Tristan Thompson. I'm not sure if I'm for trading the pick because have you seen what Trae Young's been
Bro,
doing?
I was
in
just about to.
Oklahoma?
Bro,
Like, damn.
yes, he's
that
been,
could be our point guard of the future, or even
strapping.
Colin Sexton out of Alabama. He's an absolute dog. He played 3-on-5 for like the last 10 minutes of a game and almost came back. I'm here for both those players, but if we can get Boogie or someone, I would do it. I don't think I'd do it for DeAndre Jordan.
I wouldn't trade the pick for DeAndre Jordan.
I wouldn't trade. I mean,
would
if they
trade
want to trade Tristan Thompson, Channing, or
Shump,
Amon.
and-
Yeah,
So
that's
those
fine.
are the
That's
only
fine.
two guys that you would.
No, there's so many guys I'd take. Like, who are you offering me?
They were talking
Okay,
about
no,
Kemba today.
put, like, some
What are they
realistic-
talking
Yeah,
about?
they were talking about Kemba. I'm not here for that.
I don't get that.
I'm all about IT.
I don't get that. I
Even
don't
though
know what they were talking.
I'm still.
They were talking about you guys getting
I
who?
can't have too many
Kemba
point
Walker,
guards be
yeah.
going around. I'm still trying
Why
to
would
recover from
Kimba
Kyrie.
Walker leave Charlotte right now?
I
I mean, it's not like
Charlotte's
Charlotte's
not that
if-
great.
Okay, so
He's
if you're
their player.
You're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Kemba Walker, and you go, hey, you can go to Cleveland or you can stay in Charlotte. Kemba Walker is going to say deuces to Michael Jordan and be on the next plane to Cleveland.
And be a backup?
Well, yeah, that's depending on. They would have to probably switch Kemba to the 2 guard. I'm guessing. I didn't read
I don't
into
think Kimba
that.
can play 2 guard.
Yeah, Kemba can shoot.
Kimba can, but that's not.
He can create a shot.
I just wouldn't want that. I don't know. I just don't want.
He's
that.
a great player.
Yeah, don't,
Wade's
I
been
just-
playing nice though. So
Yeah, I feel like that's what we need to do. I feel like we need to give Wade just a bigger role. I feel like I know he's older and I know he can't score as efficiently, but I feel like if he had that, him and LeBron had that connection again like they had in Miami, they could feed off each other.
I kind of like Wade coming off the second unit though. All right, so now we can actually get to wrestling talk.
Wrestling? What?
Yeah,
What we
wrestling.
talking about? What we talking about, bro?
We are going to be talking about
This is
one
my
of the best events happened in the last couple of years, and surely the best event so far in 2018.
Let's do it.
Wrestle Kingdom
Let's do
12. DeAndre, what was your favorite match from Wrestle Kingdom 12?
My favorite match?
Tell me about your Wrestle
I
Kingdom
think
12
It was the
experience.
Fatal 4-Way, actually. I was expecting it to be the main event, but, Naito
Fatal
lost.
4 was my second favorite.
You know what? I really wanted Los Ingobernales. Let me do it. Los Ingobernales de Huh.
There you go.
There we go.
Tranquilo.
I wanted them all to take the titles tonight, but they just didn't. No, I think none of them won, actually. Takahashi lost, Evil lost, Naito lost, Ibushi lost. Bushi. Oh, my guys lost. Bro.
I
That
think
was a
all
great
did
show.
lose.
It was a great show. I think my favorite match might have been Suzuki and Goto, actually.
That was the best storytelling match.
It really was. I fucking love Suzuki, bro.
Suzuki was just a man and just came back to the ring and just shaved his head.
Bro, I fucking love that guy, bro.
That was awesome.
I fucking love Naito. I really wanted him to win. That's my dude, bro.
And actually, he's sitting down similar to Naito right now.
That's so true. I'm tranquilo.
Tranquilo. I think my favorite match was still Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho.
I love that match.
Second.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it was 5 stars. I thought it was like.
I think it was.
I think it was a bit too slow sometimes for it to be like 5 stars. I was like waiting for him to get in the ring and like just do whatever. I'm like, Jericho, it's cool that you're like doing all this heel work. You're shouting at the fans.
It was amazing, bro. He put Red Shoes' son
It's
in
true,
the walls
bro.
of Jericho.
That was great.
To the non-wrestling fans listening to
That
this,
is true.
there is an old man as a referee, and there is a young boy, a guy on the ring crew, and that is his son.
Put him in the wall.
And Chris Jericho put that man in the walls of Jericho, and the ref just had to watch his son in pain.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho also took a cameraman's camera, took pictures of them, took pictures of himself flipping off those guys. It was an amazing match. There was blood. It was one of my favorite Chris Jericho matches of all. I don't know if it's my favorite Chris Jericho match, but it's one of my favorites of all time. Kenny Omega has proven that he's probably the best wrestler in the world right now. Maybe AJ.
All the matches on that show were amazing.
Terrific.
But my thing is, like, Japan has been killing it all year.
Yep.
It's just kind of hard. Like, okay, everything delivered in my opinion, but it was like everything else was so great. It's just hard to live up to it. Like, I saw two of my favorite matches like of all time in 2017. It was like the Shibata match versus Okada.
Oh my god,
5 stars. Amazing match.
The Shibata match where he had to retire, right?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, after
like
the
that,
headlock.
and then the G1 match with Naito and Omega.
That's a hot take that you just
bro.
named 2 of your favorite matches of all time, and you didn't say Okada versus Omega.
And I didn't even like. I think my favorite match out of the trilogy was the third match actually. So I didn't watch those 2 live.
First match, Wrestle Kingdom's still my favorite.
Yeah. It was
So
good
I got a
match,
question
bro.
though.
What's up, bro?
Why was Jericho wrestling in this?
So Jericho's contract was up with the WWE. He didn't renew this contract because he has his band Fozzy, and he was going to go on tour with them. So he's going on tour, and to learn a little bit more about this, they have a announcer named Don Callis right now in New Japan, and he's from Toronto, Winnipeg. And then Jericho's also from Winnipeg. And then quite possibly the best wrestler in the world who had a, by Dave Meltzer rating, 6-star and then a 6.25 star match with Okada, that being Kenny Omega, is also from Winnipeg, Canada. So all 3 of these dudes are from Winnipeg. Don Callis calls up Chris Jericho and asks him if he wants to wrestle Kenny Omega. Chris Jericho, laughing, goes, I don't have anything to do. This would be the only time I can do it. I'm down. But see if Kenny is. Kenny had nothing to do because Naito was facing Okada for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. So Kenny wanted something to do. He was probably going to face Kota Ibushi. Though Kota Ibushi, Cody Rhodes had a very good match.
That was my thing. That I was like, before the Jericho match got announced, I was waiting all year for Omega versus Ibushi because it's been building for so long.
It has.
I think they're still going to do it. I just hope that they wait until Wrestle Kingdom because I know people have been thinking that they're going to do it at Dominion, but I really think that they should wait till Wrestle Kingdom to do that match.
See, I feel that way, but I also have New Japan World, and I want to be watching some event where some major title changes happen, and I kind of want Ibushi to win the U.S. title.
All I
at
know
Dominion.
is that next year,
So-
at Wrestle Kingdom 13, if Naito is not in that match and he doesn't win, I'm going to hurt somebody.
I think, honestly, Wrestle Kingdom 13 is Omega versus Okada, and Omega takes the strap.
As
That's the thing. Like that's the thing that I love, though. It's like,
Hey, okay, I got a question.
okay, bro.
Okay.
So as a person that doesn't like watch wrestling that much, how many like wrestling networks or like
Okay, great question.
Pretty much everybody has one. I think ROH has one. Stardom has one.
ROH has the Fight TV.
I'm
right?
talking about
Fight
like I mean like professional like okay like we should go see them because like they might not be at the WWE or like Wrestling Kingdom. I don't know if that's like whatever you
Wrestle
guys...
Kingdom, not Wrestling Kingdom.
It is, but kind of not.
Okay.
Like, it's like not as big.
So
but
what exactly are you
Wrestle Kingdom
asking?
is, like, the Japanese equivalent to
I'm just
WrestleMania.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So like, does Japan have like an equivalent to WWE?
Yeah, it's New
Yeah,
Japan.
Wrestle.
Yeah.
New Japan.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the event that we're talking about. With
Yeah,
that's the
Wrestle
company.
Kingdom.
Okay.
New Japan.
So New Japan's one, WWE's one,
Yes.
TNA's one.
TNA's on the ropes right now.
okay.
They're on their last leg.
Okay.
ROH. I guess.
NXT.
NXT is a part of WWE
Okay.
Yeah.
So why?
under the umbrella.
So is that like just like amateur wrestlers? Like,
No, it's like okay,
not
like,
amateur, but like
So-
not
so
as
it-
good.
Most
It
major
was-
companies
oh,
have
don't
like
say that.
developmental brands.
Yeah.
So like they're the G League of like WWE.
See, you say that, but then like they had like Shinsuke Nakamura and
What's this for?
Bobby Roode, Samoa Joe. Those guys come up. It's just kind of to get the guys ready
Right.
to come up. But now they'd like to describe it as that's their own third brand, which I've been hearing rumors that they're trying to actually get part of the USA Network.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost now they want to be seen more like Raw and SmackDown, and then
Yeah,
there's
like a
also
third brand.
NXT instead of NXT being developmental, but still sort of kind of developmental.
Yeah.
Going back though on the Jericho tip, Jericho had nothing to do. Jericho decided to face Omega because this is the only time that he could do it. Now Jericho's just been announced for Raw 25 coming up Monday, so he's going to be back with the WWE.
Okay.
But the night after he lost to Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, he actually attacked Tetsuya Naito, who was in the main event. So I don't know if there's still going to be something with Jericho and Naito, if he's going to be part-timer like Brock Lesnar kind of is with WWE. Because if Jericho's floating between New Japan and the WWE, this could be the biggest. This could be what we wanted from CM Punk a couple years ago in 2011.
Okay, so I got another question too. Okay, so the XFL. All right, listen, bro. Okay, look, I know it's a reach because like how a lot of people are going away because of football being a little bit too dangerous with all the CTE shit and all this whatnot. Okay, but look what has been going on in football. Crazy shit has been going on.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that XFL has a chance? Maybe it's not going to be as big as the NFL. Do you think it won't?
No.
Do you think it won't take off at all?
No.
I don't think anything's gonna happen, but I hope that Vince leaves. Because I would much rather prefer. I don't trust Triple H, but I would much rather prefer NXT style booking to like what we have now.
I think it might have to do with Ryan Ward as well, who's now writing for SmackDown. Then again, I don't know because if
they do Ryan Ward so wrong though. Ever since Road Dogg got on to SmackDown, it's just been downhill.
I'm not gonna say that because I love Road Dogg and I don't want to admit that. Also, I love Vince McMahon. He is a god to me, and Triple H is like a demigod to me. But I don't think the XFL will take off because one, I think that. Going more towards violence and more towards a harder hitting, that it's just going to drive people off. It's going to be really bad publicity. And then two,
do you think it'll affect the NFL if that is on TV because people are
I think other things are affecting the NFL way. I don't think the NFL is going to be worried about that.
I don't think anything's going to happen. But I'm just hoping that Vince just jumps the shark and leaves. Just like, bro, just go ahead. Just do what you want.
No, I'm not going to say that. Vince McMahon made the WWE. I love him. Vince, if you're listening, which I know you are, I love you, Vince.
I love him, but I feel
go ahead and give me that contract.
After a while, you need to just step away for a minute, bro. Look, you about to stop burying my boys. You about to stop it.
That man was one half of the greatest feud of all time. Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's true.
Second is Matt Hardy versus Edge. Hot take.
You just gotta step away, bro. Look, man. Look. Kairi Sane just got signed, and I will be damned if she gets buried. Okay, look.
Kairi Sane's not gonna get buried.
Look at leave my girls alone, bro.
Look at Asuka on the main roster. She's doing amazing.
I was so worried after that first match with Emma because they had her dragging the whole match out and shit. Yeah. It's crazy.
Also, Ricochet just got signed with the WWE.
I'm so worried about that. Not even because of them. Because I know that he's not that good on his promos.
Yeah, he's not the best on promo. He's definitely got that Kentucky accent.
And they love to put people out there cut 30-minute promos. Bro, he's not gonna be good.
But Ricochet is amazing. I believe he also follows Machine Gun Kelly on Twitter. So
pray that they don't support Ricochet more.
No, I don't think Ricochet is going 205 Live because I think he's going to get a deep run in NXT. Mm-hmm. He'll probably. I need to see an NXT Championship match between Johnny Gargano and Ricochet. We also still need to get more of Gargano versus Ciampa.
We're getting Gargano versus Almas, right?
Yep.
Thank God. They need to go with my boy Almas. They've been
he's champ. He's champ.
Yeah. The thing about Almas is so many people underrate him. They don't realize he's legitimately one of the best wrestlers on the planet. As La Sombra, he's one of the best on the planet.
He won. I think he won Wrestling Observer's Rookie of the Year a couple years ago.
Yep, and people don't realize the whole thing that Naito's running with, Los Ingobernables, started from Naito. I mean, not Naito. Started from Almas, back when it was still La Sombra with the rest of them guys in CMLL.
Two non-wrestling.
So I got to ask you another question for these non-wrestling motherfuckers that are listening. So
there's probably one out there. Everyone else.
I feel like the two people that are talking the most is the people that know the most, and the three people that are quietest. There's more people in here that aren't saying anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So what I'm trying to figure out...
That's because they want to listen to our great
it's because we have no idea what the fuck's going on.
So what do you need to know?
Okay, so one, what's exciting in wrestling right now? Hold on.
WWE.
I got
Don't say that. Usos are tag team champions.
What's exciting in wrestling right now?
New Japan.
Who are the people that you need to look out for?
Okay.
Like, who's like someone that like if someone wants to get into wrestling, there's like, who should we watch?
This podcast will
three-
now officially be 4 hours long. Now you just asked that
Three.
question.
If you were a person that wanted to get into wrestling and you wanted to buy a main event this year, what main event is something besides WrestleMania? Because that doesn't count.
Like, you mean like things that haven't happened yet?
So like stuff like SummerSlam.
Okay.
I mean, obviously that's
can't
happened.
really say that
Or no, that
because,
happened.
like,
Okay,
you know,
whatever.
the events haven't been like they haven't announced anything for the events yet, so I can't really tell you.
I got a few answers to that. So one, what's the event other than Wrestle Kingdom that was absolutely amazing? If you just want to see amazing wrestling, then definitely go at it. There's a lot of people though that don't really care. The wrestling can be good and everything, but they want to know the stories. One of the best thing to watch as a not or just wanting to get into wrestling is to watch the Royal Rumble, because the greatest thing to do is to get some friends over, get some people over. Order yourself out the pizza, whatever. We don't support Papa John's on this podcast.
No.
We'll support.
Why?
Because he's a racist. He stepped down.
Yeah,
too.
he a fuckboy.
Because
Papa
he is
John's.
a racist.
He's a fuckboy. I have no
John's
problem.
a racist.
I have no problem saying that. I love Vince McMahon. Papa John's is a fuckboy.
I'm glad we're calling him Papa John too.
Yeah, that kind of feels weird. Yeah.
John Schneider.
His
Oh,
name's
really?
fucking John.
Um,
Not this John though.
Yeah, bro. Don't be like dissing all Johns.
I can't help it that the one that's fairly popular is racist. I can't help that.
But I don't think he's the most popular John. I think out of
is true.
Johns, he's probably like the 50th most popular.
Yeah, there's
John.
like Elton John,
That's not his first name.
John Lennon,
John Lennon.
Okay.
There you go.
Quincy Adams.
John Pearson.
Alright, so
Whoa.
listen, like I don't keep track
Okay.
of a lot of famous Johns, but anyway, go on.
Anyways, so the reason why the Royal Rumble can be so great is because it's like popcorn. It's like a popcorn. You don't, as a wrestling, or you don't have to be a wrestling fan to love the Royal Rumble. It is literally all you have to do as a fan is to tell the other person. So this person, they go over the rope and hit the floor, they're done.
And we're getting 2 of them too.
It's hot lava. The floor is hot. Everyone understands that. You've understand that since you were 2 or 3
Do you
years
know who
old.
the roster is going to be for the Royal Rumble?
We never know,
somewhat,
but, like,
somewhat.
we can get
Baron
30 people.
Corbin, Samoa Joe's in it.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe just broke his foot too.
Oh man,
No, he'll be fine. I don't want to cry about it right now. But
I cried about it.
and the Royal Rumble this year is actually doing the first ever Women's Royal Rumble as well, which I'm guessing will probably be the beginning of the show, and then
It
the
could
very
be trash, but you know, we never know.
end will be the Royal Rumble, and also now Paige had to retire.
Have you
so-
heard about the rumor with that?
What?
People were like, it was the cover for her like getting caught up in a drug deal and stuff like that.
That's insane.
I was like, you know what? I don't doubt it.
Damn. Another hot take. Again, the words that DeAndre have expressed here is not my same feelings. I love Paige.
I love her too, bro. It's just like I just don't doubt it.
And,
I know she's wild, bro.
No, she's not with Del Rio anymore.
That's true.
But so yeah, I think that this year it will probably have Ronda Rousey in the Rumble. I don't think Rousey's going to win. I think Asuka's going to win
I hope so.
because they haven't set up the 4 Horsewomen versus the 4 Horsewomen MMA yet, and then they can use that for next Mania.
Yeah,
But
I
I
was
think,
hearing that wasn't going to happen this year.
but I think Asuka will probably win the Rumble. She'll go on to probably face Ronda at Mania, and then Alexa Bliss doesn't get a spot, and I will cry because Alexa Bliss deserves that spot.
That's true, bro.
And also repping Columbus,
I
Ohio.
love Bliss so much, bro.
Alexa Bliss, we sponsor you.
You
We
damn
support
right.
you.
You
We
damn
love you.
right.
You smart.
Love you.
All right, so new and upcoming wrestlers to be excited
Ricochet.
about.
Is he upcoming still?
Well, I mean, he's in NXT.
That's
so
true. That's true. Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling from Cleveland, Ohio. I used to watch him in PWO. We've watched him on TV before.
They're not signed.
occasionally.
She's not signed yet. But
Candice
what she
LeRae?
does, yeah, Candice, but
She
Toni
is
Storm.
officially signed.
Just
Toni
wait
Storm.
until Tony gets
Tony
signed, bro.
Storm.
Just
You can watch
wait.
you can watch the Mae Young Classic on the WWE Network. It's an all women's tournament, and Kairi Sane eventually wins it. Spoiler alert. And Tony Storm was probably my favorite from that. Though
Tony, bro.
I've loved
so
Tony for a
thick,
couple
bro.
years.
So thick.
And then who else is exciting right now? I think my favorite probably in the WWE right now is Samoa Joe or the Usos.
Favorite in the WWE?
Yeah.
I might think about that. I might have to go with Almas.
Almost.
I'm really
That's
invested
fair.
in him.
That's
I fucking
fair.
love all this.
That's
bro.
fair. I still feel bad for Drew McIntyre for getting hurt.
Oh man, I felt
But-
so bad. So I watched that video backstage. I'm like,
What about the Wyatts, bro? You were really
fuck the
big
Wyatts?
about-
How about that?
Well, listen.
You want me to rant on the? Can I rant on the Wyatt? Bro?
I mean, you can rant. Is it going to be against the
Bray
Wyatts or
Wyatt,
against the
not
bookie?
just Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, look, even with the booking, is the most overrated guy in the Wyatt. It's like, look.
The words that
thing is, I
DeAndre
know,
have expressed I do not share the same feelings.
I know, like he's good at promos and shit, bro. It's like every time he comes out, it's the same exact thing. And my thing is like, you can be good at promos and still not do that. Kevin Owens doesn't do that.
Kevin
Dean
Owens is
Ambrose
great.
doesn't
Sami
do that.
Zayn's great.
It's true. The other guys that are great at promos don't do that. But
Bray-
it's like Bray, every single time, it's like I can just come up with anything. But
Can't do
he
that
probably
shit.
say, "I am the eater of worlds."
It is.
You don't
See?
understand, man. I'm like, bro,
Can't
shut
do
the
it.
fuck
I
up,
saw
Bray.
that tequila.
God.
So what do you feel about with Woke and Matt Hardy? Woke and Matt.
I feel like it's too early for me to say anything.
This is hard to explain to a non-wrestling
Yeah.
fan what Woke and Matt is.
Because like I wasn't even a big Matt fan.
Whoa,
All like that. Like I was more of a Jeff fan.
First,
Obviously Jeff Hardy is
yeah.
my favorite of
I
all
thought
time.
he was just like, I just didn't like the Hardy was. It's like,
Yeah, it
what?
took me a minute
Like,
to really get
what kind
onto
of
the
kid-
Broken Matt thing.
What
Bro.
any kid that grew up and I watched wrestling. When I was
Fucking
like,
love Jeff, don't you?
They fucking like
Jeff's
because
my
like they
favorite
were
of all
jumping
time.
off top ropes,
Yeah.
bro. They're breaking tables
Yeah.
and shit like
Jeff's
that.
amazing.
You can't replicate that shit now to be as good as it was then.
I mean, arguably, I would argue that wrestling
I mean,
is
you
better
could.
now.
You
In
wrestling
the
is
ring,
better.
You
Wrestling
can't-
is better
Matt, you
now.
can't
In ring,
duplicate the
the
Hardy
characters
brothers.
aren't
that is
as
true.
well
You can't.
developed.
It's just one of those
One of a kind.
one of a kind, man. They're high flyers.
That's
It was
RBD.
just, it was crazy, man. That was-
But what was the subject?
Woke and Matt.
Woke and
yeah,
Matt.
man.
So to
Like-
try to explain this quickly is
Basically,
Matt
Matt
Hardy.
went crazy.
D&T. He did a lot of D&T.
He might have.
almost. So Matt Hardy was in TNA. Him and Jeff had a match. Jeff went up on about a 30-foot like scaffolding thing, kind of almost similar to what he did against Randy Orton back in the day when he did the swanton like 30, 40 feet off. It might not have been as high, and he hit the swanton on Matt, and it broke a rib, and Matt genuinely did break the rib. And then Matt dyed a streak of his hair white, and went like crazy, and started talking.
Before that, right?
You said what?
He was Big Money Matt before
He was Big Money Matt in Ring of Honor.
I love that video.
But he started this deranged gimmick where he said that he was broken, but he had like 15 different accents in one sentence.
What?
Yeah,
crazy,
it was
bro.
just like
He's doing
and they were
meth,
and they were like
crack,
all
smack, something like
they were
that.
like all
You just
fake
don't have
accents.
different accents throughout.
But it was
They used to call in the IWC.
It's like
in
putting
the
a
wrestling
Drake album
community,
together with
they
like
used to
different
call him
songs
Meth
from
Hardy.
different albums.
You know
His
what?
different
Meth Hardy?
accents.
That gimmick is kind of accurate to that name.
They also called him Fat Matt, and I was not here for that.
He is.
Matt Hardy.
Bro, he is.
The
kinda fat.
opinions
He's wide.
expressed
He is.
by everyone else
I
does
love
not
Matt, though.
reflect how I feel about Matt Hardy.
I love Matt. He tries hard.
But so then Matt started pretty much everyone loved it because it was almost like
so out of the box.
it was so bad, it was so good.
Yeah.
And then
Like the
he
room.
started fighting a kangaroo that he said was Joe Frazier. And then they had
Not
this.
woke. This doesn't
They,
sound like
no,
something a woke
listen.
person would do.
We had all
And
kinds
then-
of stuff, bro. There was the dilapidated boat.
They had the final deletion,
Brother
which
Nero.
was at the Hardy's compound. So
Yep.
pretty much it was a backyard wrestling fight
Yep.
between two of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I'll say it there. I don't care. I love the Hardys.
Call that one of the
Feelings.
greatest
I
of all
don't
time.
Yeah,
give a fuck.
yeah.
Opinions
I'll say it.
expressed.
Yeah, DeAndre. Maybe your opinions aren't the same as I express them, but I fucking love the Hardys.
I feel that, bro. I feel that.
And then so they had like a dilapidated boat. You just have to watch it, and
Dilapidated boat.
it's one of the
Dilapidated.
it's one of the craziest things you've ever
My
seen.
life's dilapidated.
Yeah, it is.
Matt like gets drowned, or no, Jeff gets drowned, and then he comes back as Itchweed in the final.
Does he
deletion.
announce his name's Itchweed?
No,
Or
it's
do
just
you
his
just
character.
If
Brother
you're-
Nero.
Or if like, are you like a wrestling fan? You just know that
Yeah.
it's Itchweed.
Nah, it's like.
So Jeff's been a bunch of characters. So if you
Yeah.
followed like TNA, or,
This is kind of getting kind of. I think they have a personality disorder. They might have.
They do. That's the gimmick.
yeah. So that's pretty much the gimmick.
That's all y'all really had to say. Y'all didn't
Yeah.
have to go.
You
through this
don't
whole-
express how good this gimmick is. You don't
Yeah,
understand.
bro.
So then he pretty much went to the WWE, and he's doing this
Casey,
again.
I felt that for you, bro.
Yeah, it's just starting off.
Because you're like, I was like,
He just played chess with
a fish.
Napoleon.
what?
Oh yeah, it was
Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Yeah, the French conqueror Napoleon, but it was a goldfish.
It was
a
a
goldfish.
All right, okay, so okay.
It was.
We gotta wrap this segment right here up because you said he played chess against a goldfish.
It was
Yes.
amazing. Like,
It's
my
amazing.
problem
With broken, I mean, I don't really have a problem with it because it's so early, but I want to see more.
I do too.
But right now, they just been laughing back and forth. Like I want to see Rebby, Senor Benjamin,
You heard what he
King
said?
Maxwell. Yeah, it's coming soon.
Yeah, King Benjamin's getting ready.
I can't wait. I just want
Or
it to
Senor
like,
Benjamin.
just
King
go crazy.
Maxwell.
Just go crazy.
It's about to be some weird stuff.
Hope so. And then if Jeff, I kind of don't want Jeff to be a part of it. I
don't
want him to
say
go
those
SmackDown and
words.
do his own thing.
Okay, that's fine too. If Jeff versus AJ for
Like
the title.
either way, I won't be mad. But you know,
Anyways,
I just found out this week that Jeff actually had a match with Naito, and I had no idea.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, like they were like, oh yeah, he had a match with Naito. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna need to see visual evidence.
It
of
was
that.
pre-Tranquilo apparently.
I'm
I think it
assuming.
was like drugged out Jeff. You know, Victory Road 2011 era.
Will you not?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I bought that pay per view.
Really?
No.
I'm sorry, bro.
So Jeff Hardy is my favorite wrestler of all time.
Me too.
But my first favorite wrestler of all time was Sting.
Me too.
So, Sting versus Jeff was my dream match.
Bro.
And Victory Road 2011 was their match for the title. And Jeff came to the ring drunk.
Yeah, bro.
Stumbling.
He was fucked up.
The match was about 12 seconds long.
It just pinned him.
Sting just pinned him.
Crazy.
Hit the Scorpion Death Drop and then pinned him. It was one of the saddest moments of my life. I wasted $60 on it. I'm still mad about it.
One thing I'm gonna need WWE to chill on in 2018 is stop burying the women, bro. Because I really like dead ass. I just watched to see the women. Like I love Sasha Banks.
DeAndre,
I love.
in
Alexa
fact,
Bliss.
loves the bitches. If we have not
Whoa,
been
whoa,
into
whoa,
this-
whoa.
Like, I just love women's wrestling, bro.
That's
I just
right.
love women's wrestling.
That's
It's
right.
so
Podcast is
great.
no longer safe for work.
That's right.
NSFW.
We are
Well, if
going
you're listening
to.
to a podcast out loud, you're doing it wrong.
Bro,
anyway.
I support women 100%.
That's right. That's
I
right.
mean, I support women's success too, but
Do you?
I support
Do you?
women.
yeah, I do.
I think it's about like the novelty
'cause I
of
call
it
them bitches
because
doesn't
like, we
mean I don't
usually
love
don't
them.
see great women's wrestling, so when I see it, it blows my mind.
I do think though right now the women have the best story on Raw at least, other than maybe
Not in the WNBA though.
Whoa, we're not talking about the WNBA, and don't disrespect Sue Bird.
Like, cause I'm like
Sue
outside of
Bird, Megan Rapinoe,
WWE.
my two favorite U.S. women's national team
Anyway,
member.
I have a
and-
question though. What about the lingerie football league?
We're
I'm
past
not-
that, bro.
I'm not
We're
caught up
about
on that,
women's wrestling
but,
now.
We're
Some-
talking about that's technically women's
Yeah,
wrestling.
but
if you wanna get into it.
respectable wrestling.
Summer Rae,
I guess so.
who is well, she just got released from the WWE. She was also a lingerie
Is that
football
that's,
player.
that's been around
And
a
she
lot
was
more
actually a
than the
pretty
arena
good
football
wrestler.
league. It's kind of bad, I think,
That's sad. But
because they don't wear anything, bro. Lingerie football.
you sound like
It's-
you've watched a lot of this.
I've only saw
the
one
last
episode.
lingerie
I
match.
don't
we
think
got
that
in
they're
wrestling.
advertising lingerie football and then they just have them in like
No,
super
I-
long dresses. You know, I think that they are trying to have them in lingerie.
It's true.
Unfortunately, I'm here to watch women's wrestling. That's what
I
I'm here
am.
to watch. I'm here to support Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks,
That's damn right.
Bailey.
But he won't support the lingerie football league.
I
What's wrong
mean,
with
if
that?
they want
You know,
to do
I
that,
haven't. I
that's
haven't.
cool.
You know, yeah, no, I'm not against it. I'm just for women's wrestling.
I really am, bro. Like I was waiting for the May Young Classic literally all year.
It's great.
Like,
I
Kyrie
did a
saying
couple-
so much. She's just so pure, bro.
I did a
She's
couple
so-
articles,
she's so
TSJ.
pure.
You know, give me
She's like an
some
anime
views.
character. I love it.
She's a pirate.
I love her, bro.
It's awesome.
She comes
But-
out with the steering wheel.
Also, I guess to just talking to casual fans who they would probably be into is Braun Strowman right now.
Yep.
Braun Strowman is a
KO,
6'7" monster
Man.
that he just tipped over a
Damn right.
what was the truck? It was
I
just
think it was
a-
like a truck or an ambulance.
yeah. Well, he tipped over an ambulance before, and now he just pushed over I don't know, it's a giant truck.
Bro, Braun is
A giant,
fucking
like,
great.
moving
What was
truck.
it? What did he say in that match? He's like, he got out. He was in the middle of a match, and he got out of the ring. He was like, you know what? If you want to come get these hands, you can. I
Oh
was
no, he's doing that. He's doing the hashtag get these hands, and I'm all
like,
for
they
it.
caught me so off guard.
You want to get these hands? It's like, wow. You tell him, bro. You tell him. You tell him.
Okay, so it's a TV production truck. So this is Braun Strowman now destroying it.
No way.
Yeah.
He didn't do that.
No, he
Kurt's
did it.
face, bro, during that angle.
He didn't do that.
Yeah, he did
He
that.
did, bro.
He did that.
No, he
He
didn't.
did that. You see that?
He didn't do
Braun
that.
He did that.
Strowman,
That's
bro.
fake as
He
fuck.
did that.
Love that guy.
He didn't do
He
that.
said, "Love that guy."
Love
The
that guy.
Usos are probably my favorite tag team right now. The Uso Penitentiary. I'm all
Thing
for
about
it.
the Usos, bro, I've been telling people since they were baby faces, like the Usos are so
amazing.
great
Yes.
in ring.
Yes.
Just let WWE give them a chance and they'll run with it.
And now they have.
Yep.
And
They
and
did.
now they feel like
Bro.
they
Like-
feel like the most attitude era. They feel like just like the most like, okay, this is them turned up to 11 and let them go, and they're amazing.
Like, no lie, that Hell in the Cell match with the New Day might have been my favorite match in WWE all year.
I put that up for one of my matches of the year.
It was an amazing match, especially
top
when they
five.
had X Woods in the corner with the
You call him
Kendo
X Woods?
sticks? X Woods.
You don't even call him Xavier?
X Woods.
X
X
Woods.
Woods, bro. I love it. X Woods. They had him in the corner with the kendo sticks. I was like, wow, bro. I've never seen this spot before.
Oh, it was amazing.
Crazy.
So I guess it pretty much means what are you into? If you're more into the high flying wrestling, you got 205 Live. You could watch guys like Ricochet is going to be amazing. Mustafa Ali is super underrated. And then obviously like Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. And then if you're into more of like the brawler character type, Braun Strowman's there, Samoa Joe's there. Brock Lesnar, if you're, I'm not as high on Brock Lesnar as most people.
I actually am. I love Brock. Like, my thing, like...
I want
I'm
the
not
title
gonna,
there.
I'm not going to lie to you.
I want the title
Brock
on the
is-
show.
Yeah. Brock is... I mean, actually, I don't mind
AJ Styles.
it.
AJ Styles.
I actually don't mind it. Because the thing with WWE is they have a tendency to run things into the ground. So I'm glad that with Brock, they can't do that. But it's
That's
like,
fair.
I would like you to see it on somebody else. Not Roman.
Samoa Joe.
Joe, definitely.
Joe is the
Joe
guy that
needs his run, and I'm so mad that every time they get ready to put him with Cena, he gets injured.
Joe and Cena, it's going to happen.
It needs to.
Mania, it's the match that we've all been waiting for since OVW days, since they were rapping in the car together
what? Speaking of
15
Mania,
years ago.
It's rumored that we're going to get Cena versus Taker, and I'm not going to lie. I wanted that match for a while, but it's too late.
It's too late?
It's too late.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too late.
I think
Like,
it's too late.
I think they can still pull out a good to maybe great match, but I feel like there's more interesting things to do.
Do you think Taker's done?
I don't even know with Taker. Like, until he doesn't come back, like, okay, once he retires at one Mania and we come back to another and he's not there.
Yeah,
then
he's
I'm
not
ready to say
retired
he's
until he doesn't
retired.
show up.
Yeah. You can't trust this dude.
So, and then
Didn't it look like he retired in the last?
Yeah, he left like all his stuff in the ring.
it
and then
looked like he
came
may
right back.
retire. And then the
He
whole, for this past year, it's been, they think Roman retired him, but they don't, they haven't confirmed
Actually,
that he's retired.
John, who is your superstar of the year in WWE?
And,
It's a hard question, bro.
it's between two. It's between AJ Styles, but AJ's probably my favorite other than Joe, the Usos. If I had to go personal favorite, it's probably been the Usos this year, but I'm going to say Alexa Bliss. And just because I think Asuka's done great, she hasn't lost yet. Other than the Battle Royal, which doesn't count as a loss, Asuka hasn't lost yet. But Alexa proved her value on SmackDown in the beginning of the year. It was absolutely amazing on SmackDown. Dominated SmackDown, then went to Raw and dominated on Raw. So she dominated both brands through the year. Alexa Bliss is probably my superstar of the year.
I know a lot of people get like tough on Alexa because she's not the best wrestler in the ring. But there's one thing people have to understand. When you're in a division of average to terrible talkers, being even a decent talker is going to help you out a lot.
So I think something that not a lot of, I'm just going to call it nerdy wrestling fans, super whatever, ICW, IWC, whatever, fans feel is that they always want the guys to be the greatest in-ring wrestlers.
That is true.
I don't need to see a ton of Dean Malenko, like, arm breakers and stuff. I think that Alexa is great because she works with her character.
That's my thing.
That, like, her moves all make sense to her character. So it wouldn't make sense for Alexa to be doing some these crazy moves. I think the same thing with The Miz. I think The Miz had a great year.
That's true.
Not as good as last year though,
I'm not gonna
or
lie to you.
2016.
I have been a Miz fan since before all this stuff started.
Oh yeah, I've been a Miz fan since he came out with the fedora.
Exactly. I always thought Miz was underrated. He was always a great guy.
And then him and John Morrison.
Exactly.
I still need John Morrison to come back. By the way,
Still waiting on that.
MVP.
I think he actually just got announced for Raw 25.
He just got confirmed for Raw 25. So that might change my life if I can get John Morrison MVP and Carlito back.
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
And then Cody.
I have been a Miz fan for a minute, but for a while, people have been underrating my boy. Like, I love the Miz, but I don't think he's the kind of guy. Some people want them to strap the rocket to Miz. I'm like, no. Like, Miz is that upper
here.
card, maybe sometimes main event heel foil. Like I don't think some people want to turn him face. I'm like, nah. Miz needs to always be a heel.
So I think what might be a dilemma for a lot of people not into wrestling right now is because in the Attitude Era we had clear babyface, clear heels, except for when we got like The Rock versus Stone Cold, which was just like the two powers colliding. You could compare that to like Dragon Ball Z with like Goku versus whoever.
Right. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super is coming to an end. It's coming to an end.
It's coming to an end.
It's going on hiatus.
Why?
I could go into it, but I'm too drunk to go into it. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
Did you hear about what the creator just said?
What do you say? Toriyama? What do you say now?
About the whole the origins of...
Oh yeah, we got a new movie coming out later this year.
I can't fucking wait, bro.
Yeah,
like, if I could, like, this podcast is not long enough to understand how much I love Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z is...
Cole's known me for years and he doesn't even understand.
It's always a different day for a different topic. This is not just a one episode podcast.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up with two things. One, who do you think is going to win the Rumbles? And then we'll go around and talk about our favorite matches that we've ever watched.
Okay.
Just of all time. So,
as far as the Rumble
who do you think
goes,
Rumble?
I'm really
Women
not sure.
and men.
That's the thing about this year's Rumble. I have no idea, and that's why I like it so much. Because a year before, I'm like, it's gonna be Roman, it's gonna be Triple H, it's gonna be whoever at the last minute last year.
Orton surprised me last year.
Yeah, we found out at the last minute because
Not
of
a
smart
good
money.
surprise. I was upset.
Yeah.
I was upset.
I mean, I was okay with it because at that point,
No.
the feud with Bray was still okay.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you got trapped into them being like, it's Roman versus Randy.
Oh,
Who
hell
do you
no.
want?
Hell
And I was
no.
like, y'all just trying to get tricked. I'd rather have Roman.
Like,
Hell no.
I think Asuka's winning the women's Rumble, and I think our boy's winning it. I don't know if he's your boy. He's my boy.
not.
Shinsuke Nakamura's winning the Rumble.
I hope so's the only one that makes any
AJ
sense.
versus
like
Shinsuke.
Anybody, okay, I'll accept maybe Finn or Seth if they go to SmackDown. But I want Nakamura
Oh,
to win.
if they do the going back like a Raw winner wins it, but then he's like, no, I'm gonna go to SmackDown and go beat AJ. That'd be great.
Right, I would love for Seth to do that, or Finn, especially Seth. Like, Seth does that. Maybe he beats AJ, and Dean comes back, and they have the top feud on SmackDown.
That's interesting.
Like, I would watch SmackDown every week just to see that.
Um,
And I haven't watched SmackDown in months now.
I have a spoiler, so you guys can just skip like 30 to 45 seconds for all of our beautiful listeners watching. I'm sure there's millions and millions watching right now. For the millions at home. I am going to Fastlane.
Me too.
And the card is supposed to be the champion, AJ Styles, so that means that he would retain against Owens and Zayn at the Rumble, versus Shinsuke Nakamura, versus Randy Orton, versus Kevin Owens, versus Sami Zayn in a Fatal 5-Way. So that makes me very concerned.
Me too.
That Shinsuke is not winning, and that they're just going to give the Rumble win to Roman, and then it's Roman Brock, which we already know is going to happen.
If they do it again for, like, what is it, the third
There's
time
no
in a
reason
row?
for Roman to win.
Third year in a
There's
row
no
that
reason.
they've done this? Like, bro, just let Knock win it, bro. Because we already
Give it to
know
Knock. Give it
what's
to
going
Knock.
on last. Just give us this one thing, and we won't be that mad.
All right, and now let's end it with our favorite matches and closing words
Of all time?
of all time. Who wants to go first?
Look, okay. Favorite matches of all time.
Okay, DeAndre.
Not gonna lie. Both of them are New Japan matches. Look,
Okay,
I'm
that's fair.
clear cut gonna go. It's Okada versus Shibata. Like, that fucking match was so
Last year?
Yeah. So hard hitting, and the emotion that was in that match is like I had like going
Shibata
into that
literally
match,
had to retire.
I had no idea what was gonna happen, and I wasn't really a big Okada fan. I fucked with Naito. I mean, I fucked with Shibata, but I was more of a Naito or a Nakamura fan at that point. But that match,
Same here.
that match was crazy. Like him walking back, and then you finding out what happened later.
That's emotional.
Added more layers to the match, and the G1 match with Naito and Omega was still great. But it didn't have that emotional factor that the Shibata match is. And I want Shibata to come back so bad. And, like, just because of that match. Like, every time I watch it, I'm just like, I just wish he would come back and wrestle. Like, just because of how amazing that match was perfect. Like, out of the gate,
amazing.
They're just striking each other. Everything. The whole match is crazy. Insane. 5, 6 stars. Doesn't matter. It's perfect match. Everything about it. The atmosphere, emotion, the in-ring content, amazing.
I'm gonna get back to that, but Colton, what is the greatest match that you have ever watched in wrestling history?
Well,
You watched AJ versus Cena at the Rumble, didn't you?
In case you watched that,
Oh yeah.
what was the last WrestleMania we watched that?
WrestleMania 33,
Yeah, we watched that. Your
last WrestleMania.
Yeah, you didn't come pick me up.
Oh,
That's true.
might be.
Yeah, you're bad.
Was one of those matches the greatest match that you had ever seen?
I mean, I don't watch a lot of wrestling, and I
Have you
just
ever
felt like
seen
it
it
was
with
like
me?
it was actually when I was like actually genuinely excited to watch it. It was definitely when Matt Hardy or they.
Oh, that's
Hardy,
that's one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, they
All
came
time,
back.
the Hardys.
and
Yeah.
that was it.
Was my excitement / tears part of the reason why it was so great?
Yeah, I would have been there. It would have been even better. We just been working out just together. Would have been great.
We would have been what?
Working
Oh,
out.
I thought you said working out. I was like,
Working
I don't
out,
know why we
maybe.
would have been
Oh,
working
I
up a
thought-
sweat.
Maybe.
I was like,
Maybe we would have.
All right, Casey, what's your favorite match of all time?
You already know it. These motherfuckers don't. It's
John
definitely-
Cena versus JBL.
Yeah, I think it's like 2005.
Oh
Yeah, it's
the
like
Mania
2005. No, the No Way Out.
Oh,
I think
Judgment
that-
Day?
No,
The
it's
Judgment Day. No,
It
you're
was
right.
the I Quit
Judgment-
match, right?
Yeah, Judgment Day.
Classic, bro.
Yeah, the
Classic.
blood everywhere.
Yeah, the Judgment Day.
It was
match.
And,
Better than the Mania match. Way better.
My favorite match of all time. What?
he was next in line, but he's,
Yeah, that's right. Trey Sean is next.
I
We
don't
can
think
wait.
he has a favorite match.
We can wait for him. It's very important.
He's gonna be like, none of this shit. How long is
All right, I'm gonna go.
How long is this
So
going?
it's going as long as we need it to go.
Well, I'm trying to. Wow.
Yeah.
We have an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, of
That last
content.
half
I'm
hour
gonna have a
was
lot of
definitely
editing to
wrestling,
do.
though.
I'm gonna have a lot of
That
editing
half
to
hour
do.
was definitely rest.
It
Wrestling
was.
is
Lot
great.
of editing to do. No. This is an
Nice.
hour and a half, and it's gonna be cut down to like 20 minutes with all my editing.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I like that.
Colin says one thing.
Yeah, Colton says one thing.
I think you should leave it where it's at.
Casey's actually dominated the podcast.
He's been in it.
But
a minute.
no, my favorite match of all time is TLC 2.
I see.
And that is WrestleMania 17.
Oh yeah.
The Hardys, Ed and Christian, the Dudleys. That's my favorite match of all time. That's, though, if we're talking storytelling, I can't believe when you're talking about Shibata having to retire that you're not talking about Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair at WrestleMania, where Shawn has the words, "I'm sorry, I love you," super
I
kicks him.
am so glad you brought that up, and I fucking love that match, bro. I cried at that retirement
cried
speech,
too.
but then he went to TNA, and I was
TNA.
like, oh, everything out the window.
Everything.
It's been confirmed TNA wins
I
everything.
have an underrated match for a while. This might have
Jeff
been my
Hardy
favorite
versus
match for a
Jeff
while.
Hardy versus Undertaker on Raw in the ladder match for the
I love that match,
Undisputed
but
title.
no.
That's my favorite.
Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins,
Hell in a Cell?
FCW. And
Oh,
FCW,
for the title.
What was it? Yeah, the Iron Man match.
Yeah.
25 minutes. It went overtime. Amazing match, bro. Or Neville versus Sami Zayn from what was that? NXT
Ooh.
Takeover Our Rival.
The one that Zayn finally wins the title.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was high as fuck for that match. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Trey Sean, it's all what we've been waiting for. What is your favorite wrestling match of all time?
Favorite wrestling match of all time? I haven't watched wrestling in a long time.
That's
to be
fine.
honest
That's
with you.
fine.
What's the last thing you remember? wrestling?
The last thing I remember in wrestling? Jeez.
All right. If you don't have a favorite match, do you have like a favorite wrestler?
I do. I have a couple.
Okay.
Rey Mysterio used to be one of my
Mysterio,
personal
amazing.
favorites.
I feel it.
I used to like Kane a lot.
That's true.
Kane,
I like The Undertaker.
right?
And I kind of like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley was
Mick
dope.
Foley was a savage.
I like Mick Foley a lot.
Taker-
Like, even more than wrestler, like as a person, he's just an interesting character
Yeah.
all around.
Foley is one of my favorite people too. He's just a good dude. Also, shouts to him for taking that drop off the cell cage or the cell.
Also, shouts
Ceiling.
out to him for making a hot daughter.
What?
I'm not gonna express anything on this podcast
You didn't
because
say your feelings aren't the same.
I hope that the WWE listen to this and they want to sign me. And
Did we do fantasy booking yet?
but we're 1 hour and 40 minutes into it. What do we gotta say about fantasy?
We
booking?
might as well go too.
He said, "Round it up." What is fantasy
Do it.
booking?
What's gonna happen at the anything? What you gonna basically what's gonna happen at the Rumble on the road to Mania?
I like I said, I think that Asuka's winning the Rumble for the women. I think that Nakamura is winning for the men. I think it's AJ versus Nakamura, Roman versus Brock, Samoa Joe versus Cena, and Braun Strowman's got to have a big spot. I think it's probably Asuka versus Rousey.
Yeah.
Alexa
I think we're gonna
Bliss
get
needs a spot.
Strowman versus Triple H. Unfortunately, I don't really want it, but you know.
Well, no, because Survivor Series made sense.
Yeah.
Alluded to that. I'm for that.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm cool as long as Strowman goes over.
Oh no, Strowman's definitely got to go over.
Hopefully, you know.
Yeah,
I've never
last
put it
time
past
I
the
watched wrestling, Shawn Michaels and Triple H, I think, were in a...
Oh my god,
That was a good time.
Right.
That was a
Watching
great
wrestling
time.
had a good
That was a
time.
great
There you
time.
go. What were we talking about?
That was like right after like 2000. Like that was.
Was that right before he got injured?
That was he got injured during the feud, didn't he?
Yeah, Triple H when he messed up his knee.
I thought Shawn Michaels got injured.
Nah.
Sean came back from an injury to feud
Yeah.
with Triple H.
Yeah.
At Survivor Series or SummerSlam? I can't remember which one.
It was
I think
like
it was
something
SummerSlam.
with
It was
his neck or
SummerSlam?
something, wasn't it?
His back.
His
Yeah.
back, yeah.
His back. Yeah, that was sad. But
I think
Shawn's that
the
dude.
really reason I know that storyline pretty hard is because I borrowed his 2K16 WWE, and it was one of the.
oh, you
storylines.
played the
Oh,
story
yeah.
to that?
Yeah.
I've been playing the fuck out of 18, bro.
Is it good?
So,
I haven't played
I
it.
mean, like,
Yeah, PS4.
the thing about thing about WWE
You don't want no
matches
smoke.
is like on their own they're not that great, but if you're a wrestling fan, the ability to have like amazing ass matches is just great. Like I just play the game all day and I just have like indie mark ass matches where I'm jumping over the ropes and shit.
Yo, I
It's
can't
like,
say that wrestling like sparks my interest all the time, but like even like
it doesn't spark
I
my
make-
all the time.
I make fun of him for bringing the game over, but I can say that guaranteed, like we've sat there for almost like days,
Yeah, that's
just
fucking game,
creating
bro.
stories like that
Yeah.
little fucking where you make your own storyline.
Oh, yeah,
You
create a
can,
story.
bro, like
Yeah.
that. It sounds
That shit,
so
bro.
like intricate, but it's so fun at the same time. It's so creating your own wrestler, doing that. Man, that shit was fun. I can't even lie.
So Colton, do you have anything left for this podcast? Does anyone have anything left for this podcast that you want to talk about?
Drink more water.
Drink more water.
All I know is
Yeah,
that
water
when
for
we
real.
get to Wrestle
That's
Kingdom
good advice.
13, if Naito doesn't walk around with that title, I might have to abuse Colton a little.
Whoa.
Okay, so Naito
Me and
needs to win the
Keanu don't have
title.
that kind of
Yeah.
relationship.
Then you should drink more water.
Yep.
Anybody else have any?
Oh yeah.
closing? Okay.
I don't want to hear anybody talking slick about Okada's pants at Wrestle Kingdom. Those
Okada's pants were
dope as hell. Exactly.
Okada's pants were dope,
Those
but I heard
pants were
so
dope
much
as
shade
hell.
about that.
Love those pants.
I don't want to see him in those shorts.
Exactly.
I don't want to see him in those
Pants were
shorts.
great.
Okay, honestly, hot take: all wrestlers should just wear pants.
Exactly.
All wrestlers
Especially-
should just wear pants.
Especially Chris Jericho. I'm
Oh
not
my
trying to see
God.
your old man ass no more, bro.
He's
Like
how
you
old is
have
he?
a
I'm not trying-
farmer's tan.
I'm not trying to disrespect Chris Jericho.
I love you, Greg. I love you, Chris. But I'm not trying to see the farmer's
Chris,
tan
you
no more.
Chris, you know I love you. You do have a dad bod.
Like we love the tights, bro. I don't know why you ever got rid of them.
And Jericho was the random guy that went. Usually you go
Whoa,
from the tights
pause, hold
to
on.
the pants. He went
wants
from
the
the
tights
pants
back.
to
DeAndre wants the tights back.
I want the tights back.
no. So he wants the pants back,
Well, you know, pants
Not the-
tight,
not the
same
little
thing.
like-
Not the...
not the trunk.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't
Trunks.
want the speedos,
all right.
bro.
I'm just checking.
That's
I don't care how much you
And-
put goat on the back of your. Look, no.
it is dope. It is
No.
dope. It is dope.
Why is that dope?
They put GOAT?
Yeah,
That's
he
great,
put
yeah.
GOAT on there. Greatest of all time.
But
I get what I know what goat means. But like,
Yeah.
when you put it on an old man's ass, it kind of ruins it.
That's true.
I'm not trying to sit it on your ass, bro.
I'm just saying, if everyone did take like Mick Foley advice and just like come to the ring in like some sweatpants or like some just normal jeans,
He did used to
and
just go out there,
and just,
flannel,
like, rest,
shirt.
yeah, and just be a normal dude. Like it would be better. I'm here for
His
that.
outfits never really changed with his promos.
No,
Yeah,
I think
it's always a flannel.
he wore his same outfit. It was the same one. It had the stains on it and
He's just like,
everything.
it's a different name.
All I know is
Hell yeah.
like if we were booking WrestleMania right now, one of the biggest matches on my card would be Ambrose versus Rollins, and we're not getting there now because he's injured.
That's right.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I
don't
really
think-
wanted that shit.
I don't think that was happening though.
This
this year.
year it was.
We might be getting the club versus somebody.
I hope so.
Maybe the club versus Mr. Raj.
My
Something.
friend's happy about it. He's always smiling.
He's smiling on some creepy stuff right now. I'm ready for heel Finn though. I'm ready for cocky heel
Me
Finn
too.
because I need
God.
like Bullet Club Finn back.
It's like I need him to just come out here and be like, you know what? Fook you, fella.
My name's Finn Balor,
My name's Finn Balor.
but
I'm with the Bullet Club.
Bullet. I think that's it.
Holy
right?
shillelagh.
R.I.P. my Steelers. R.I.P.
Yep.
Colton Steelers.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Lil Peep.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Lil
Yeah.
Peep. Do we have anybody else that's died that we're sad about? I mean, I'm sure that we do. That sounded messed up.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody right now.
R.I.P.
Who else?
Congrats on
Hiromi
Joel
Subaru,
Embiid
the
making that All-Star game and taking a shot at Rihanna.
That's right,
Who's
Rihanna.
taking shots at Rihanna?
No, Rihanna said for
I
Joel to come
cannot-
back when he was an All-Star. Joel just made the All-Star.
co-sign any Rihanna slander.
It's
I
not
can't.
No, it's not slander.
Okay.
It's Joel trying to holler at Rihanna.
I'm for it.
I still can't co-sign it. They can't get in my way.
They can't get my
They can't.
Make an All-Star team.
I don't-
If I have to
yeah.
fight Drake for Riri, I'll do it.
Across the board, across the board, across the board, all across the board.
Goes across the board.